is money, honey. All we talk is money. All we talk is money. It's like bees to the honey. Honey, money, honey, money, honey. It's the SOSCAST, baby.
Thank you. I'm getting dusted off back here because I haven't done a show in what, 10 days, 2 weeks?
Too long.
Happy 4th of July. Well, since, you know, I'm back. Anyway, welcome to SOSCAST, sexiest financial show in the world. This is where finance meets romance. I'm your host, Adam Sosnick. You can call me Soz. We've got a bunch of new guests on the show today. The return of Destiny. He's no stranger to being on camera. And Natalia's here. Before we meet our guests, which we're going to gladly introduce, Nat, what do we aim to do here to our friends out there? We've got one objective, and I don't think these three people know, but I know you're going to be interested in this, and you're going to be interested in this. We want to see you guys out there get paid, laid, and do it your way. That's it. That's what we do here.
I'm very interested in that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, sign me up.
Paid, who doesn't want that? Laid, who doesn't want that? And doing shit your way.
Yeah.
The only way.
I mean, who
doesn't want to get laid?
Who doesn't?
Too?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
With that being said, let's meet our guests. Let's start from left to right. Not a political thing, just happened to be to my left. Destiny, the omni-liberal, YouTuber, gamer, debater, one hell of a model American. No?
Yeah, I would say so, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Somehow you get labeled blue pill.
Probably because I fight with red pillars all day. Huh?
That's true. That's right. I mean,
I'll do it. Yeah.
You're definitely not black pill.
Thanks.
All right. Well,
I got a lot of optimism for the future.
I do. I do. On your left, Brittany Braves in the house.
What's that?
Comedian, radio host. She's tiny and loud and proud. She's here from New York / Miami. And I put you right next to Destiny because I want to make Destiny look huge.
Well, more because the last time I was here, you put me against like a 6'4" woman who I'm pretty sure starred in the David and Goliath movie as Goliath. Okay,
well,
that was
we
not
got
a fair
Tim over here.
right?
She's not short either.
Yes.
Okay, but anyway, I feel like you two are gonna hit it off.
Yeah.
Magically.
Wow.
Ryan Pownell's here. Did I say your last name right?
Pownell. I like Pownell.
Well, you
Pownell.
tell me how you want.
No, I got to
Pownell.
change. Yeah, Pownell.
Pownell.
No one can say my last name. Terrible last name.
Is the host of Pillow Talk.
Yeah.
With Ryan Pownell.
Right.
Right, I did that right.
Yeah.
And it's the most viral show in the world.
That's right.
For good reason.
Yeah, good reason.
I mean, you interview a lot of established business people.
No.
No. People that have sexual intercourse on camera.
Correct, exactly.
How did you...
Those are my people.
Yes.
How did it start?
Well, yes. I mean, but, you know,
why am I...
you politely asked Natalia if she's ever performed on camera.
I think I've seen her on the Hub before. I don't know.
Definitely not.
Wow, Nat.
I'm catching.
Well,
If
she
you
does
did,
sell...
I haven't gotten paid.
Yes, she does sell her feet pics for money online.
feet.
That must be it.
But there's
It
no
must be
feet.
the arch of the ankle.
You're an OnlyFans girl too?
Yeah.
You have an OnlyFans?
No, I don't have.
Oh, I do. Okay, we'll get to it.
You have an OnlyFans?
I do. I
Wow.
do. I taped a comedy special with them. They did the inaugural one in Miami in November. And then you had to create an OnlyFans as a part of your contract. And then I realized you can make money off of bikini pics and thirst traps.
That's right.
That a girl.
Yeah, and now men have to pay me to DM me and annoy the shit out of me. So it's great.
We're going to discuss that for sure.
I love it.
Good for you.
Well, last but not least, speaking of tall, beautiful women, Intem, the singer.
Hello.
She's out here. She's a singer. She's an actress. We actually met at a house party a couple weeks ago. And she goes, I'm a singer. And I go, sing me something. And she just sang us something.
Oh.
Why don't you give us a little something, something?
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on a Jupiter and Mars.
I love that.
So speaking of playing amongst the stars, Ryan Pownell, you were about to explain the stars that you deal with.
Oh, yeah, porn
Different
stars.
kind of stars, yes, porn stars.
Porn
Okay.
stars. You know what? Greatest people in the world. Love them. Nicest people I've ever worked with. Fell in love with them. You know, not just from whacking off, but from the friendships I've gotten from them. Lovely, lovely people.
What makes them so lovely? I have an idea of what I thought made them lovely, but tell me about their personality, not so much their
You know
cup
what?
size.
All these people, influencer, creator people, terrible people. You know, a lot of them. They're fake people. They're social climbing. They get to the next step. They fuck you.
You forgot comedians. Add them
They
to
don't
the list
care.
too.
Are they terrible people?
Oh God, yeah.
Fuck comedians too, apparently.
Ryan, bring this a little bit closer. That's
Okay.
what she said, but go ahead.
Poor people, you know, for a living, they're getting cum on their face and it's all out there. They have nothing to hide, nothing to prove. This is it. So they all show up and they're just very nice, genuine human beings. Lovely, lovely people.
Wow,
Seriously.
you know how it's funny. We were going to talk with our friend who was here earlier, but she left. You know, they say, I'm just trying to be my truest self, be my real self. I want to, like, I don't want to hide from the earth. I want to be my real self, my authentic self. And to that I say, definitely don't. Don't be 100% yourself.
Yeah.
I have to give people advice in the office. You know who I'm thinking of? I'm like, buddy, stop being your authentic self.
Yeah.
It's fucking creepy.
I just
Fake
joked
it.
about
Like,
this.
be like 80% of yourself.
Yeah, be a little, throw a little LA in
But
there.
what you're saying is like, no, just let it all out there. Put it all out there.
You know, take a facial and post it on the internet. Nothing to hide, nothing to run from. This is me. And they're cool.
Wow.
They're very cool people.
Okay.
I do agree with you though. Being too authentic kind of creeps me out too. Like,
Tell me why.
I was just joking the other day. I'm like, you know how they're like, you see somebody's true colors. When has that statement ever had a positive connotation? When has it
I
ever,
saw their true colors. It's
and-
like, and they were fantastic. Everything was beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Right.
Yeah, it's
No.
like, no, they were a terrible human being.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10. Yeah.
Mostly when you see someone's true colors, it's not a good look. I see what you're saying.
Most people do kind of suck in a way, right? You know, most people suck.
Okay. Well, speaking of sucking so good, Natalia Del Valle is out here. She's here. What? I call her Nagtalia because she's constantly nagging the hell out of me. Do this, fix this, do this, do this. It's like I'm never gonna get overconfident around that.
Welcome. I'm just keeping looking. I'm being eyes and ears that you don't.
Eyes
have.
and ears. Anyway, she's the
Yes.
baddie with the Jamaican patty. She's out here. She's gonna be manning the chat today.
Yes.
So a lot of things that we're gonna be covering today.
Lots of things.
Can I give you guys a rundown of what we're covering?
Yes.
And then we're just gonna open up for discussion.
Let's do it.
Okay. Thank you for the approval.
Awesome. But
I'm
before we
excited.
Yeah.
do that, you forgot to tell the audience first. Thank you guys for tuning in today on our lovely SOSCAST Tuesday. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff because Sauce is back.
I'm back.
Sauce is back, and we're ready to attack.
And Destiny's
So let's
back.
go. And Destiny's back.
Did I
Yeah.
go anywhere?
You've been around the block,
Yeah,
buddy.
you've been everywhere a little bit.
Where have you been?
I fly around and do shows, but
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not gone for that long. You were all the way over in.
Oh, yeah. The last time we actually spoke, I said, I'm going to be out of town for a while. I'm interviewing your friend.
I didn't know who the fuck you were talking
Exactly.
about.
And then
Yeah.
you found out who it was.
Yeah.
It was your friend Andrew Tate, my friend.
My friend is Tristan. Okay.
Yes.
Me and Tristan are cool. Andrew blocked me on Twitter. Fuck you.
Really?
Okay. Yeah.
Well, maybe.
I hope that he gets all the convictions and Tristan.
Don't say that.
starts
Don't
rioting,
do
Don't
okay?
say that.
I hope Tristan gets off completely and Andrew takes.
Why
the
would
fall.
you say something like that?
Because he blocked me on Twitter.
His feelings are hurt.
Yeah.
You're actually
Personally.
rooting for Andrew Tate to be charged and go to jail, but you want Tristan to get off scot-free?
That's his
He
flag.
blocked me on Twitter.
There's
a
not
big
a reason
deal.
that you should wish someone to
I'm
go
a
to jail,
subscriber. I like his content.
bro. You do
He's
not
a funny
like,
guy
you
to
do
make
not
fun
like
of.
Andrew Tate's
Yeah.
content.
I wanted to see all the anime pictures and the crazy stories that he tells about his dad and the lotus position, abusing him and stuff. Like,
Okay.
We were just talking about this in the green room, though, about how, like, unfollowing and blocking people.
it's a big deal.
That's a big offense in 2023.
It's meaner than beating the shit out of someone.
yeah,
truly.
exactly.
Who else has blocked you, Destiny?
Like a lot of people.
Give me the top 5 people who have blocked you that you've been actually offended by it.
Dude, I don't know. I'm blocked by like half of. A lot of people don't like me.
How do you
Really?
find out they're blocked? Do you
But you're
search them?
so likable.
No.
No.
Only if you agree with me.
Now
Okay,
that's
yeah.
being your authentic self.
Yeah.
There.
I will
am
say
my
that
authentic self.
Destiny, how much of what you do online is your authentic self?
Well, everything.
I will say that you're
It's
pretty
very-
much
it's
the
very
same
annoying.
person on
Yeah.
camera as you are off camera.
Thanks. I try to be.
I'm like 98%.
No.
Like no, you don't think so?
I give you like 80%.
Don't stop that shit. You think 80%?
Nah, I'd say you're about like 95%, 90.
Well, one rebuttal just got me 15 fucking more percent.
Give me a hard
What happens if I just push you back
She's
forward
backing
and give me
out. She's
100?
backing out of it. She's backing
All
out
of a
of
sudden
it.
I go away for 10 days, that's it?
missed you.
I'm my authentic self to an extent.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are.
Brittany, how
You
much
are.
of your authentic self do you actually put out there on stage?
I think stand-up forces you to kind of accept yourself, and you're going to get funnier when you accept who you are and you own it. There's definitely a 5 to 10% difference. Things are heightened on stage. But I will say, like, I'm grateful to stand up because now I get to love the good, bad, and ugly about myself.
Okay.
I can always just make a joke about
You know
it.
what they say. You're showing your true colors when you're on stage there.
Exactly, and they're
Yeah.
pretty damn ugly.
Oh, damn. Intem,
Yeah.
where do you perform?
Oh, anywhere that they'll let me sing.
Oh, shit. Don't say that around Ryan. You might catch a contract right quick.
House parties.
I mean, anytime I can. When I perform, I like to put it all on the line, but at home, I'm not like that. Not when I'm nannying. I'm very, like...
What percentage of your, authentic self
I'd say
are you...
it's 100% of the authentic self, but I don't usually use that authentic self in the everyday life.
Okay. So it's like 80% of the time, every time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of math on this show.
Sex Panther right there. Ryan, how much of your authentic self do you put on camera? I mean, when you're interviewing porn stars, I've seen stuff that it's a little too risque for this channel, and we get pretty risque.
Yeah.
But speaking of putting yourself out there, these people are putting themselves out there, in there, on there, everywhere. What percentage of your authentic self do we see online?
94.5%.
94.5. It's a great number.
Yeah.
Great radio channel as well, radio station.
Yeah.
Why not the other 5.5%?
I gotta be a little bit nice. If the guest was awful, I still tell them it was a great show. You know, just a little tweak of a 6.5% of fakeness. Loved it. You were fantastic. Fucking garbage.
Yes.
Garbage. We don't care about your family. Talk about the good stuff.
Yes. Is there
Great
any
show.
Without naming names, or feel free, are there any porn stars you were like, dude, I will never have that whore back again?
Absolutely.
Really?
I don't say whore.
I did.
I'll never have that woman back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why would you not have that woman back?
You know what it is, honestly? I find, and you can attest to this, the bigger the name, the more professional and lovely to work with. The smaller the name, the bigger fucking ego and scumbags that they are. And, you know, they show up late, they don't give a fuck, they got their sunglasses, pop
it's the same with
collar.
comedians.
I'm like, you're a scrub. You're lucky to be here. And then you get like an Angela White, the queen, and she shows up on time, and she brings cookies, and she's nice, and she's lovely. Oh, how can I promote this properly? It's something about it.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah,
Can I tell you why?
What is that?
And I'm going to give our friend Destiny here a shout out.
Uh-oh.
It's because they are professionals.
Right.
And they take their career seriously.
Yeah.
You know, this guy was like, dude, I'm not feeling my best today. Respectfully texted me. We were going to arrange a car. I said, he goes, you know what? In more or less words, I'm professional. I'm going to show up. This was my commitment.
Right.
We have other people that they were lucky to get invited on this show. They're canceling last second.
Right.
They're walking off.
Fuck
I'm like,
those people.
I will never invite you back on.
Yeah, you suck.
That's why Destiny has an open invite.
I found
Right.
that it's the people that have that like mid-level range of success too. It's people first starting out, at least from my experience as a comedian, hungry, just want the stage time,
Yeah, so
understand
fake,
they're
so
new
nice,
at
so
something,
fake. Yeah.
Yes.
learning. The people that are really famous and successful and established, it's not only professionalism, but it's contentment. They're happy with where they're at. They understand the stakes in the game. It's always the people right in the mid-level that are like, have had a little bit of heat on them, but wouldn't be a household name, wouldn't be a
agree.
touring headliner.
Yes.
And they're the ones that you're like, dude, the second they show a sign of ego, you're like, oh, I now see why you're not bigger.
The
Yeah.
middies are
That's
sucky.
That's what's holding you
Yeah,
back.
I was
Give you a
gonna
chance
say.
to respond,
Yeah, I was gonna
Destiny.
say that. Like, I feel like for people that are just getting in there, sometimes for very small creators, you get weird sense of entitlement because they haven't made it at all yet. But generally the people at the top are okay. It's the people that are on the cusp of making it that sometimes who are very keen to like name drop the people they know, talk really big about the one really good appearance they had like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe throw you a little bit under the rug compared to like some of the other shows they've seen, but will never
Complain
get
about
invited
something
to.
something small on
Yeah,
a show,
and
and,
it's like-
that's why they bombed.
Yeah, the most diva type people, the kind of people that would rent a Lamborghini to drive to a podcast. But like these types of people that are
Name
very,
names.
very.
Name names.
His name is MLD. He's a subhuman piece of shit. But no. You
have an issue with him, huh?
But it's these types of people that are like just on the cusp that are like very, very, very entitled. They act like the most diva people, and it's like their attitude does not match the level of fame or accomplishment that they have. It is very annoying.
It's something I've learned a couple different things. I used to be a stand-up comedian. I've been in the business world for 17 years now. I've been in the podcast here 5 years. I've learned a couple things. Number one, your ego is not your amigo. Put the ego at the
How
fucking
many of these
door.
fucking sayings do you have?
Yes, I got that thing for you, Destiny. Put that at the door.
Yeah.
Like, you are not too good, you are not too big, just show up, be a professional. And this is what I've also learned, that sometimes your best ability is your availability.
Yeah.
Like, make yourself available. You're not too cool. You're not that big of a diva. Show up.
Yeah.
And then you're going to develop a reputation. Like, Destiny has earned the reputation for him to, when he said, like, hey, man, I might not be able to make it to you. I was like, yo, this guy's professional. He doesn't just cancel. And then that reputation will precede you.
And support when it comes out later. Show up, be there, give your best effort, and then support the little guy. Post it. Had a great time on this little nobody's podcast that no one is going to listen to.
Yeah, well, don't say that about me, buddy. I'm not.
You know? Support.
Anyway, let's get into today's stories. I appreciate everyone kind of giving their 2 cents right here. You know, they say don't bury the lead, but there was something that got buried recently with Adam22 and his wife, Lena the Plug. I didn't realize you were on that show when he broke the news.
Who do you think was encouraging him to do it the whole time?
You were encouraging him?
I'm just fucking with you.
Well, I don't know.
Now we're like Cucked brothers, so, you know.
Well, we're going to address that and undress that. And then her response, Pearl actually had a response to that.
Yeah.
Your friend, your words, Tristan Tate had some words about such thing. We'll see if you guys still remain friendships ever. You might like Andrew better than that. By the way, shout out to Andrew, shout out to Tristan. Those are the top G's. You know, I got a lot of respect for those guys. We did an awesome interview in Romania. Did you see it?
I watched it. There was a lot of... It was an interview.
Yeah, it was an interview.
It was the most interview I've ever seen in my life, yeah.
Well,
there was a lot of interview, yeah.
There's a lot of people that saw a lot of the interview and that really liked it. Anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about money because this is a financial show where finance meets romance. 3 ways to grow your wealth by a self-made millionaire. We're going to talk a little bit about what happened with Justin Bieber recently with his NFT Bored Ape scam. You've had some arguments over NFTs over the years.
Yeah, they're a thing. Yeah.
They're a thing. All right. I love how diplomatic you are these days. Yeah. Jonah Hill, have you seen what happened with him and his ex-girlfriend?
Yeah.
Everything that happened with that?
Yes.
We'll discuss that. Mary J Blige, anyone a fan here? If you're a singer, you got to be a fan of Mary J Blige.
I love her. But I don't
Real
support
love?
alimony. I don't know.
You know what?
Alimony?
Oh, yeah.
No,
You know about this?
Well,
I love her, and I'm mad on her behalf.
She's paying $30,000 a month on alimony.
Yeah.
So we're going to discuss that. We're also going to discuss what defines a slut. Amber Rose and Jesse Lee Peterson had this discussion. And we'll, nice, lighthearted discussion about men's and women's body count.
Right.
Ryan?
Yeah.
Oh, I was so worried I was going to go through another podcast of the body count discussion. Thank you. Oh.
You wanted to have that.
Yeah, I was worried I was going to miss
It's funny. We don't really often do the body count
Ever.
thing here. That's not like our thing.
Yeah.
But when Destiny shows up, we
like
got to talk body count.
You look like a 347 guy.
347?
Yeah.
Like that's the weight of the women that I'm interested in? Dude, not in years, brother. Buffalo hunting? Nah.
We've all done.
What do you mean by 347?
That's your number. You've had
Your
sex with
body
That area
I mean,
code.
if anybody's going to be able to guess, it's this guy.
I can guess probably within 20 of each one.
Wow.
Stop it.
I guarantee.
I don't even know my
You're telling me, hold on, right? I'm going to stop this
Yeah.
whole
You gonna
freaking
school for that?
show
Yeah.
right now. You're saying you can just look at somebody,
100%.
male or female,
Yeah.
and tell their body count?
I'm good at this. Only.
Brother,
I'm not good at anything else.
The floor is yours.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
347.
347.
You've had sex.
You're super low, bro.
You like sex.
No, I'm just kidding.
You're kidding me.
Totally kidding.
You're kidding me.
347 is a very high number.
You
dude.
you like sex. You
That's
like
very high.
relationships, but when you just get out of them, you go fucking banana sandwich.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not going to confirm or deny that. Here's what I will
You'll
say.
go rampage and you'll
Here's
get
what I
back
will
into
say.
business focus and you'll fall in love and you do it all over.
A girlfriend for a couple years, break up, South Beach psychopath. Girlfriend for you.
No, then you get back into business mode and then you find your girl. Yeah.
I have
I feel like
this
that cycle's pretty common for even men and
for
women.
guys.
Especially my friend
Some
here.
women
Thank you.
too.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been in the Miami nightlife scene. That's a
Yeah.
very high number. I'm not going to confirm or deny that.
Yeah,
Just
it's close.
I don't know.
You're like, I lost count.
Okay. Anyway, Ryan.
Yeah.
Continue, sir.
Okay, over here.
Yes.
Natalia.
Natalia.
Natalia. 18.
18. Oh.
A legal adult.
I don't have anything to say. I don't.
Pretty close.
No, it's not close.
What, you're much higher?
I don't speak on
Plead the
body
fifth.
count. I'm a
It's 18.
virgin.
It's 18.
Continue,
No, it's
sir.
not, I'll tell you it's not 18, but that's a good guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good guess, good guess.
Good guess.
I'm on
I
fire.
don't know. I literally don't
Two
know.
for two, baby
Okay,
girl.
you're
Talk to me.
Wow.
Okay, you're a tricky one, Destiny. 26. And you could have more. You just don't like it. Girls annoy you.
Yeah, I do hate women, but I do like sex, so.
Right.
I'd say you're a little low.
Okay. Put it aside.
Respectfully.
That's my dog.
Okay.
So would you like to amend your number at all based
Yeah.
on his response?
Yeah.
46.
I'm a bad person. You're very low.
Okay.
But-
I think you could
Wow.
have sex.
Ooh.
You just don't like it.
Why?
Not that you don't like the pleasure of it. You just
Sorry.
get the
We're
fuck
not
out of my bed type guy.
I like sex. Why would you think that?
I just think like once it's over, you're like, kick rocks. Don't care about
If
filter to
there's a
post.
girl that I'm thinking about meeting, what I'll usually do is if I'm chatting with her, we'll sex, trade nudes or whatever, I'll jerk off, and then after I come, I'll be like, now that I'm done, would I still want you here with me? And if the answer is no, I just don't bring him over.
That's before you sleep with them.
Yes,
Wow. Okay, so when Destiny
but if I
earlier
finish-
said, I am 100% my authentic self, the fact that you just said that on camera.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I
I'm
know.
just saying.
Say it,
If
don't
I
spray it,
finish,
buddy.
That's a
if
real
I
one.
finish,
Wow.
and I'm like,
What?
you know what? I don't think I would want you here with me right now.
Okay.
Then I just don't
That's
meet him.
brilliant.
Destiny,
Yeah.
if you can, because you know
Yeah.
there's kids
is so
watching.
funny.
In the most PG-13,
There's a kid on the
in
couch
the
with
most
you.
Cover your
PG-13
ears.
way, say that again, just so I understand what you do.
If you have sexual fantasies about a person you're talking to,
Yes.
sometimes it's good to just masturbate, and then when you finish, in that moment right there, think, would I want this person next to me right now?
Yo,
Wow.
great call.
And if the answer is yes, be like, yeah, we should hook up, we should hang out, because that's like a fun person to me. But if my thing would be like, I've got to figure out a way to get you the fuck out of my house, and I don't know what excuse I'm going to use.
Destiny, may I?
then
Do you
probably-
masturbate 2 pictures of them?
Well, it depends on what they sent me.
nudes.
Sure.
Right.
You know, this is a little.
You don't have a strategy for knowing if you should hook up with someone or not? You don't think about this at all?
I'm going to say
used-
one thing, but
Sorry.
Brittany, you go first.
I've used a version
Yeah.
of that strategy to make sure that I don't double back on an ex of any kind. Like, if
True.
I feel like I want to reach back out or there might be something to explore or it's kind of unclear between us, I've masturbated and waited to see how I felt after the post masturbation
Wow.
clarity.
just
So
go-
You know
I
what?
think,
You know what's
yeah.
interesting? Because then we're gonna get to everyone's else's numbers. So we're not gonna let you off the hook, ladies and gentlemen. We got fucking prognosticator to the stars out here. Just
This is like a
the
Black
first
Mirror
time
episode.
you were on my show,
Yeah.
in the other studio with Melina, we were having an open conversation, and Melina asked me, "What's your favorite part of sex? Tell me your favorite." And I said, "To be honest with you, because 347 apparently."
Yeah, yeah, you know.
I said my favorite part is afterwards lying there with the girl and actually wanting to stay there like
Right.
in bed with the girl versus, all right, clean up, here's a napkin, keep it moving.
Yeah.
So it's like the reverse thing of what you're saying about like
Just virtual.
the picture and masturbating and then
Yeah, I don't know if it's the
deciding.
reverse thing, but,
I'm
like,
like,
you would
all
wanna-
right, stay here as long as you'd like.
Sometimes
rather than, hey, your Uber is gonna be here in 10 minutes. That's actually my favorite part is actually wanting to hang out with the girl after sex.
Well,
Which is-
generally,
it's a
too,
pretty
because
good.
if
That
the
happens
person
pretty
is
good
there,
barometer,
12%
no?
of the time.
if you
I'd
enjoy
say.
the person there afterwards, you're probably enjoying the moment of sex
Of
more, too,
course.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the
It's,
sex
it's
in
really hard to
itself-
imagine a person that you have a lot of whatever you're about to say. I super disagree with, but it's hard to imagine that you've got a person you've got like a lot of chemistry with. Well, you're about to say like the sex itself is what could with that tone of voice? What could you possibly say afterwards? I'm so curious. Actually, forget what I was gonna say. Say what you're gonna say. No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I saw the Matrix. I saw the Matrix, and I could tell you're gonna say some dumb shit. So go ahead, finish that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just.
He's like, I'm
Okay.
gonna stop you right there.
Go finish. I'm
Sex is
sorry.
like pizza. It's like,
Even when it's
how
bad,
was
it's
the pizza? It
good.
was fucking great. It was good. I'd have it again. It's pizza.
It's good at any time of the day.
Yeah. When are you ever like, oh, I fucking hate that pizza?
When the dough
you're
is too soft and
lactose.
can't get hard in the oven.
Okay. He pointed himself.
Well,
No,
yeah.
that's, well.
Big dick
anyway.
pill guy.
Well,
Gotcha.
That's so
Big what?
Dick pill guy.
Okay, gotcha.
I got yellows, I got blues, I got them all.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
just putting that out there.
That's right.
Why?
Because
Because none of men
94.5.
talk about it. You know, you see all these dick pill ads. Why is it so popular? No, oh no, I don't need those. I don't need those. Billions of dollars industry. None of us can get it up.
I did have a male friend say that recently.
Okay.
That he.
Yeah, I mean, luckily I haven't gotten to that point. I'm not saying I've never used a pill before.
You know what? I want my
What?
new number for you, 682.
Oh, it just keeps going up and up and up.
Just double. Okay.
I had a guy friend say that recently that his current girlfriend, one of the things that like hooked him and when they bonded was like there was one night he was having a performance issue and he's like, I've had girls be absolute douchebags about this. And she was very like understanding. So I think there's something with like,
Well,
we make fun of male penis
Yes.
sizes and performance and time. And sometimes it's like, hey, go easy on fellas.
If I had $1 for every
Everybody-
time I said, just give me a minute, baby, I'd be rich.
okay.
That's real.
Guys, we are being
That's
as
humble.
real as it fucking gets.
I feel like if a
around
girl
here
was
at this
making
point.
fun of me for not getting hard, I would just blame the girl and gaslight her and think it's her fault.
Wow.
would
Said
you-
the guy who hates women.
Why would you take that on yourself? Okay, my dick responds to external stimuli. You're obviously not doing it for me.
Just blame shit.
If she wants, she can roll over. I'll open support on my phone. I can send her back, and I can fuck
It's
her
one
that
of
way.
those things where it's
Jesus.
like, you had one job, girl.
Yeah, exactly.
Get me going, and I'll do the rest.
Yeah.
Okay? I'll do everything else.
Half the time, all they have to do is fucking lay there. Damn.
Wow.
Well,
Anyway,
That's nuts.
speaking of laying there,
Yeah. I got
Ryan,
numbers. Go ahead, sorry.
Brittany has a number that I believe you would like to
I love
call
it.
out.
Yeah, 89.
89.
Not that high.
Oh yeah, it is.
That is a,
No, I can promise it's not.
that is a high number. What's giving it away? The tattoos?
Yeah.
No, she has fun.
Oh, thanks.
In a good
Well,
way.
she's a female comedian with tattoos who likes to put herself out there.
I feel
and
like
she's also
Brittany-
attractive,
I feel
and
she's
she's
the
also
kind
a
of girl
really
that says,
fit.
you know,
Thank you.
guys can have sex with multiple people and it's cool. Why can't girls?
I will agree with that. I will agree with that. I don't shame myself for having one night stands. I don't overthink any of that. I consider myself to be a very sexual person. I will say 89 is a little too high. I don't know the exact number. And I definitely had more sex, less quality in my 20s. And I have less sex, but way better quality now in my
Good for you,
30s.
Brittany.
So you means you got smarter as you got older?
I got smarter and pickier and I consider myself to be a very sexual person. It's been a minute since I've had sex.
Now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna do what he's doing.
Okay.
With the body count thing, with your age.
Yeah.
Okay, 32.
32, right on the money.
Look at that.
That's it. 32.
Okay, Sauce.
Yeah.
89.
Yeah. Yeah.
89 feels too. I don't know the exact number, but it's under 89.
Okay, how about this?
do the
Is
math.
it under 100?
Yeah, it's under 100.
Is it over 40?
Yeah.
All right.
It's in between. See, I gave you a range.
This guy's good.
Okay.
I mean, he's giving me a lot of credit out here. That's whatever number he threw my way is a huge number.
You do your thing.
Does everybody here
I'm not a
actually...
young man, Ryan.
I have a legitimate question before we continue.
Yes.
Does everybody here know their exact number?
With, you know,
Exact
within a-
or like within a
I
range?
lost
We all have an
Okay.
idea.
I lost
I
count.
was working on a bit
I'm not
about
young.
this.
I feel like there's guys where I might be self-reporting. When you start to get to like
No,
20
when you
or 30,
say you might be self-reporting,
when
you're doing a self-report right now.
Good,
Go
I
ahead.
am self-reporting. I don't give a fuck because
full
I'm
analysis.
good. I
Go
will
ahead.
self-report. When you start to hit a certain number as a guy, when you get to like 20, 30, you don't like write them all down. You're like, God, I'm so cool, blah, blah, blah. Like
I
in
know
the
guys
beginning
that
of
still
your-
do that.
Yeah,
I used to
yeah.
have
I think
a-
that's
Obviously, I think
weird.
At some
Yes.
point, you stop. Oh, well, that's because
Yes.
it's not an accomplishment to you, okay? Fuck you. You can
Okay.
fuck 20 or 30 guys in a night without any effort.
I take
It's
it
a lot of
back. I
work
have
for
had
us,
sex
okay?
89
a Google sheet.
Okay?
Yes.
It's a lot more work for us,
I would
right?
log their name, their best Instagram photo, and like a little note. You
Okay,
know,
that's a
little
lot.
detail.
That's
Okay,
too much.
by the way,
Yeah,
what
up to
you're-
like 30, I did that.
If I
Okay.
found that, I would dump you.
the whole Excel spreadsheet thing or whatever, look, not to call out my homies out there, I know guys that do these types of things.
yeah, it's great.
I don't know one girl that does these types of things. So here's my list. Here's my spreadsheet. That's not a good look for women. Do you know any women that do that? That brag about their body count and show pictures and names?
No.
Because guys will be like, Heather, Kansas City, met her at the football game, huge tits, boom.
Okay,
like-
wait, hold on. That's because for guys,
Yes.
hold on. I cut you off like this.
No, it's okay. I feel like even instead of a spreadsheet, why don't you just get one of those little like ticket counters that they have at delis? And like after somebody leaves your apartment and it's
Calling
done,
out
you're like
69
click, click.
out here, 69 with the roast beef out here, what?
Yeah, exactly. Set you up for that one.
I feel like the reason why
right into that thing,
guys
yeah.
probably might do this a little bit more is because I don't think that guys have the level of depth of conversation with our friends as women do. So guys will record it somewhere personally because we're not going to talk about it otherwise. So women will say things like I think every woman here is like, oh, I could never imagine doing that. But you guys will be in your group friends with your girlfriends,
right.
posting pictures of your husband's dick, being like, oh my God, look at what he sent me. And so like, isn't this cool or whatever?
I don't do
Women
that, but I know the
shit
girls
like
that
this.
do that.
Yeah,
Girls
women
that
do
do
this shit
that.
regularly.
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
would never
That's
share
why
that.
I'm
My
nervous about
husband's
one-night
favorite
stands.
position is blah, blah, blah. Me and my husband do
Okay.
this, blah, blah, blah. I was like, holy shit.
I'm
like,
nervous
yeah.
about one-night stands because then no matter what, you get a group chat review in the morning.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
whatever you're doing, you're getting out of
Girls are
5 stars.
way more
Ryan,
open.
I'm going to guess your
Wait,
age.
what?
Yeah.
Okay. He's got a youthful energy about
Yeah.
him.
He does.
But this guy's been around the freaking block.
Yo, you're on fire.
Okay.
You get it.
You're 34.
31, birthday 3 days
31.
ago. Yeah.
Oh,
Happy
happy
birthday.
Thanks.
You know what you
Went to
have?
Vixen's Cabaret.
By the way, you know what you have? Real talk. We can turn on the cameras off right now. You have one of those smiles where you could say anything and just be like, yeah. And then
Yeah.
just, yes, I killed a man.
I know.
In Vegas.
He's likable.
You have that face. Am I
Ryan
wrong here?
Seacrest.
I want
Yeah.
to put him on a
I
Wheaties box.
abducted children. It's like this guy can get away with murder. Destiny. As much as I love you, bro, you don't have that face. If you're like, I killed a man,
Guilty.
you probably killed that
You probably hope that guy. Yeah.
Probably more than one, yeah. True.
That's good.
Anyway,
Yeah.
the lovely Entem, who is a class act, any woman that willingly just sings Frank Sinatra, Fly Me to the Moon, classy as it gets, I
Right.
believe you had a number that you would like to report on our lovely friend
Yeah,
over here.
A lovely 26, just from college days, but has been so good lately.
It's the nannying.
Yeah. You know, a little bit of a Cancun days, you know. Oh my God, we don't talk about that. But now she's
Since I quit drinking.
like, I want to say 3.
That's always a good sign.
Oh, yeah.
Since I quit drinking, it's only been
Right,
very
like
few.
3 in
When
the
I
last
was
4
drinking,
years.
It was a
How'd
problem.
you know?
Multiple
Right?
yeah.
3 in the last 4 years?
Yeah.
More or less.
But see, I think women don't.
But anytime you give a girl a compliment like that, like, no, you've been actually on your best behavior and you haven't done a lot, she's gonna be like,
Yeah, that's right.
of course.
She doesn't even open
Totally.
Tyga's DMs anymore. You know?
Gotcha.
As opposed to Adam over here who's been glowing ever since he said 347.
I'm on top of the world right now.
Yeah.
Still waiting to lose my virginity, though. Drinks on you, bro. Ryan.
Yeah.
Okay. Who do you think, and then I'm going to let you say your number, who were you the most wrong on, and who were you the most right on with your body count prediction?
Most right.
How?
You,
Yeah.
This guy.
solid.
Yeah, most right. Maybe most right over here too. I was close.
Very.
Thank you.
I would agree with that.
Okay.
Destiny, you know, he was a hit or miss because, you know, maybe he loves to fuck so much, would never know. You know, maybe he has threesomes.
He's got a poker face.
Yeah.
Oh, so you don't know about Destiny?
No clue.
Oh, you're about to find out today?
Yeah.
What's a Kevin Hart? You gonna learn today? Oh, you want to learn today?
Yeah.
Okay.
That would make me lean towards that number being a lot higher. That like
Oh, yeah.
quiet confidence poker face is usually of the like I don't need to even tell you the number.
He
'cause
might be at
it's-
the orgy parties tonight.
Let me tell
Who
you
knows?
something.
Right.
Yeah.
Destiny's face is like, I've murdered a woman now 36.
That's right.
And it's just boom,
Yeah.
poker face.
Or he
What
could
could be
say-
more sexually exciting than actually murdering a woman? I mean, like, let's be honest, okay? Especially depending on
Or
who the woman
Ryan
is,
says,
right?
you know,
Yeah.
women are stupid. He could have easily said that. Too.
Okay, how about
Yeah.
this,
Yeah,
guys?
that turns me on too.
Ryan, it'd be weird to have you guess your own number. That's fucking weird.
Right.
Okay.
So we're all gonna go around and we're gonna give our number for you.
Okay.
I know half the audience is like, this is a finance show? Yes.
It is.
Because money does not live in a vacuum. It takes money to make money, and you know, with money comes good things in
And
your
time
life, like
spent having sex, you're not
status
making money.
and sex and network and having a good times and apparently being able to kill a woman on camera. It's fine. Look at that face.
That's a popular
So
category.
let's go around the room. Ryan hosts the most viral podcast in the world. He interviews the hottest porn stars in the world. I don't care who's judging this right now. We've all watched porn. We all know this.
Yeah.
So, Ryan, kudos to you and not being ashamed of what you do. You're
Yeah.
embracing it.
Thank you.
I believe you're wearing a
Riley Reid.
Riley Reid
Yeah.
shirt.
Yeah.
Did she pay you to wear that?
No, just
You're
know.
just a good friend.
Well, she's actually fucking pissed at me right now. But so this is kind of like a peace offering.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's always emblematic of
I put her in a group
when
chat.
porn stars are mad at you, it's like, what kind of lifestyle is this guy up to?
No, someone made a fake Angela White email and
Yes.
said, hey, told me, hey, it's Angela White. I have an emergency orgy with all these girls tomorrow. Sorry, emergency. I have an orgy, 26 girls tomorrow.
I have an emergency orgy, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Is that why that girl left earlier that was supposed to be on the,
The
show?
emergency orgy.
She says, I lost all the numbers. I know you know
Yes.
all these girls. Can you put me in a group chat right now with all 26 of these girls? And I did. And it was with a hacker. And I gave up all their numbers.
Stop it.
Yeah. And the guy hacked Riley Reid because of me. Oh. And she's like, you fucking moron. Did you not see it was Angela White 3614 at Gmail?
You know what I love about this?
No.
Stupid.
You know how many times I've used the emergency orgy alibi? Why I couldn't? Guys, I couldn't. I'm late for the show today. Emergency orgy came
Right.
up.
When
I
you
was
tell
with
the
Ryan
girl,
Pownell.
you tell the girl to leave your apartment.
Yeah.
She's like, I want to cuddle. You're like, I've got an emergency orgy coming in. Sorry.
Anyway,
So apologies to Riley.
let's go around the room here. Ryan, I feel like you're making the show right now. NTEM, N-T-E-M. Mm-hmm. Okay. Why don't you tell us
I
Ryan's
feel like
number?
probably a solid 100.
Right on the dot.
More or less. Would you say?
Don't reveal Ryan.
Right.
Yeah, obviously we got
Destiny face.
Yes.
Yeah. Good job.
Brittany Brave, be very brave and give Ryan's guess.
250, 240-ish. I
Ooh.
would say. I think it's still less than yours, but I think it's
He is
top
10 years
two.
younger than me. You said you're 31?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I think it's
Yeah,
an
I got
issue.
I got a decade on you, bro. And I've never been abstinent or lived in a mosque or wherever they, the monks hang out. I said mosque, monks, you know, whatever that whole thing is. Mosques, monks, shout out to Islam, the new biggest religion in the world. Us Jews, we're catching up. Like, we're only 2 billion behind, but we'll get there. Okay, so 240, 250.
Especially since you're around it so much and it's expanded your network over the last couple of years since running the podcast.
true.
I'm sure it's gone up, up, up. So I would
Yes.
say 240, 250.
Destiny,
gonna
you're a
guess-
very smart
I'm
man.
gonna guess 135.
Okay.
That's my guess.
Okay. Natalia,
I had a solid like.
take a look at Ryan.
Okay. Hi.
Look at that. I mean, that is one of those smiles. It's like,
I got somebody.
he's like good looking, but cuddly. It's a,
Then the tattoos.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say maybe like 2. I'm not really good at this game. I would say 237.
See? Okay.
237.
Yep.
Yeah, I would say maybe.
So everyone has given you triple digits. We got 100, we got 240, 250, we got 130. We got going once, going twice. How many times? It's like, and you said what?
237.
You just had to undercut her by 3?
It's
some
more
bullshit.
attention to detail.
Guys, this isn't
Attention to
Price is
detail.
Right
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
Price
yeah.
is wrong, bitch.
Yeah. I also feel like you probably attend a lot of orgies and that'll get the number up quick. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
See, we're on the same.
So here's the deal.
I got you. I got
Here's
you.
the deal. I'm going to give you opportunities, then fulfillment. It's like you can take the order, but did you fulfill the order? I feel like opportunities, being in a bedroom, in a room with a girl, hundreds, no doubt. I don't want to say 300. But you've given us a little information to work with that you've had some male getting it up problems.
You're right.
So I would say
But he also takes the pills.
sometimes you don't have a pill available, you know, the girl. So I'm going to say 120.
Oh.
Very nice.
120. But you're a good-looking guy, you got tattoos, but you're not like one of those guys where it's like, hey, scumbag, clearly. It's like you got one of those faces that...
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
also,
Yeah,
what
you're
kind of
right.
face does
You're
he
right.
have? It's like
Yeah.
a nice
I said
face.
weedy
Friendly,
cereal
It's a
like-
Canadian
box.
face.
It's but
Yeah.
you're also 31, not 41.
Yeah.
I probably had my most experience between my 30s and 40s because it comes with money, status, success. You're broke as shit in your 20s,
Right.
okay?
Yeah.
So it's
Right.
like there's things you can't do. Like how many times you pay for a meal, cool, round of drinks for the girls, all good, buy a table at the club, boom, boom, boom. Those are things that'll rack your numbers up real quick.
Yeah.
Speaking of experience.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you
Anyway.
get better at playing the game. as
With
you
that
get
being
older.
said, exactly.
Yeah.
Things only get better in your 30s and your early 40s if you kind of keep it together.
How long have you been with your girl? Because you said you have a girlfriend, correct?
Yeah, my muffin brie. I love my baby.
I love that so
Yeah.
much.
But
How long-
also, you've only been doing the LA porn show thing less than 2 years.
Right.
So if you're doing that for a decade, dude, when I'm talking to you in 10 years from now, your number's gonna be in the thousands, no doubt.
Okay,
Anyway,
I'll tell you this.
drum roll. Do we have a drum roll, Jorge, or are we
Okay.
still working on sound effects?
Mrs. Brave. Mrs. Brave is closest. And
Yeah?
I'll tell you why.
240, 250.
Right. And I'll tell you why. It was
Yes.
from the promoting nightclub days. Lately, I have a rule actually where I don't hit on guests. So I've never had sex with any of the porn star
Wow.
guests. Yeah. Because that's creepy.
Word.
They get hit on every show and they tell me this all the time. Like,
want them to feel
fuck,
safe.
you're the only one that doesn't give creepy
I
vibes."
respect the hell out of that.
Thank that.
Yeah.
So Brittany got it right.
Because of promoting at a young age. Promoting clubs is the most pussy you'll ever get.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And
Yeah.
even just
Yeah.
going
Right.
to nightclubs, I feel like you get a little bit
So
drunk.
I
and
was
you
doing
just,
7 nights a week in Toronto for 5 years.
Oh, yeah.
Single.
7 nights a week in Toronto.
Well, I did at least 5 nights a week for 5 years straight.
You know what? I missed the mark on that. I
So-
should have asked what you did before.
So the club
Yeah.
promoting.
And you're actually
You
even
end up
though
just doing
you
it.
interview a lot of porn stars.
Yeah,
you're
but from
actually
that-
a businessman, respectful.
Thank you.
So I can see why you're like, nah, I don't
Yeah, I don't do it now.
shit where I eat kind of a thing.
Right.
Yeah.
You need
So
And you just-
I'm putting up
yeah.
numbers like her lately.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
What's
Same.
funny is
But
I
putting up
actually
numbers like Adam
I
back in
operate
the
the
day.
same way here. I've
Yeah,
tons
you're the
of
same.
pretty women on here, but I'm
Yeah.
always like,
Just-
great to meet you.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Like,
Yeah, you're one.
I got my other thing going
You're one
on.
Yeah.
review away from fuck. Look at what he's sending me.
Yes.
Hey, you up? Question mark? Question mark? Don't go on their show.
No.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Don't need that in my
Yeah.
life.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like that in
Okay.
the comedy world as well, too.
Yeah. Don't you find you like
Yeah.
it more out of town where people don't even know that you have this show to hit on girls? You know?
Yeah, I just got back in town. Things are,
Here you go.
Yeah.
things are good out there in Detroit and
Yeah.
Minneapolis.
But I'm a
ladies and
lover.
gentlemen.
I'm in love. Love my baby. Yeah.
How long have you been with your girl?
8 months.
Oh.
Yeah, 8 months today.
Do you guys open it
8
up
months.
sometimes?
Wow. You know it's real when you're counting 8-month anniversaries.
Oh, we're
you
celebrating
count
tonight.
yours?
No, I count
are you
6
doing?
months and years.
Yeah, yeah.
Not. It's been 7.5 months.
Yeah, we
Today's
do the
day.
half month.
We do the half. It's like when you ask a kid, "How old are you?" "I'm 4.5." It's like, buddy, all right, I'm 72 months. It's like,
Yeah.
how old is that? Are you
Yeah.
a grown up or you a kid? I don't know what you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
I measure them in trimesters.
All right, before we move on, this is throw these cards out the window. Just real quick, the cameras can't see them.
I'm sorry, I'm imagining you just shitting on some kid that's like, I'm 4.5, and you're like,
Toughen
let me
up,
tell you
kid.
something, as a millionaire, as an investor guy, okay, you ain't shit, okay? 4.5? That's just so funny. That was the example. I'm sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
You could see it.
It's like when guys are like, I'm 7.5.
go ahead.
You're like, you're 7. It's okay.
Relax.
Yeah, relax.
I hear you. Take a look real quick. Does Angel have a camera?
Angel.
That's a short king right there. That's a short king right there. He's a DJ.
Yeah.
He's DJed in clubs for years. He's also 5'4".
Oh.
Aww.
5'3". A real man will round down. Look at that guy.
Poor
Thank you
bastard.
for
That's
giving
how
me an
confident
inch.
he is.
Thank you for giving
He's
me
a father now. Father of 2. And he's a hell of a guy. He's a hell of an American.
Yep.
What's his body count?
Oh.
Oh, man. Wow.
DJ pussy. How old
Yeah.
are you?
About to be 30.
Yeah, he fucks.
What?
Yeah. You play, Latin music?
Yeah.
Yeah, he fucks.
So give a number for that young man.
Yeah, 170.
Damn.
Yeah,
170?
Yeah, he fucks, man. How many shows a week?
I DJ'd like every day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fucks.
Wow.
Latin girls play
I'm not,
Bad
even gonna
Bunny.
I'm not gonna have him confirm or deny.
Also, you're a DJ in Miami. You're a king.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Orlando.
I might have lowballed that one, to be honest.
Even so.
Wow. He's like, the number's 1,000.
He's a
I'll
good
step
guy.
in. By the way, it's his literally second day of work here. We got, no, not him. Our production manager over there. The one sitting there like he's Zach Galifianakis, just fucking between two
Taking it
ferns.
all in.
Way better looking. The camera can't see him. But just, guys, if you could picture a skinnier, better looking Zach Galifianakis with a beard, what's his number?
Yo, this one is a NA.
And
Not applicable.
Yeah, no clue.
You got. He's the one guy who got nothing going on.
Nothing.
Why is that?
Fuck, you're tough, bro. You're harder than Destiny. I don't know.
Straight
Can I ask
facing.
how
What do
old you
think?
are?
Say one word that he can hear.
Okay,
Give a
3.
number.
48. 48. 48.
Marriage and
Are you married? Okay.
red light district.
Single? All right, so you're out here to party. How old are you? This guy's gonna hang with us.
nice.
Last but not least, and then I would like to move on with the show. Jorge.
Jorge.
This guy is the man. He makes this show tick. He's out there. We call him Slim Pickens out there. Thick. Jorge, say something for the people out there.
Hey, people.
That's right.
Hey, people.
What was the one thing that Dave Chappelle said? Gotcha, bitch. Let's hear that one time.
He's been to a lot of rock concerts,
Yes.
too.
Okay. What's Jorge's number?
Rock and roll guy. Think about it.
Yeah.
Look at that hair.
68.
One less than 69,
Yeah,
Chico.
Pretty good, Jorge?
Hey, Jorge. It's all in the eyes, Chico. It's all in the eyes. Anyway, Ryan, thank you for that. That was fun.
Thank you.
It was unexpected. How about this? Before we move on, give the people at home, your camera's right here, give the people at home, the gentlemen at home, the best possible advice you could give them to increase their body count if that's what they would like to do as a man.
Right.
There's a lot of men out there struggling. I think the stats are, it's almost like the rich are getting richer. The top guys are getting swiped on Instagram, on Bumble, on what all the apps, whatever the
10% of
Yelp.
men
Yes.
fuck 90%
the top
of the
10%
women.
are getting all the chicks,
Right.
no doubt.
Yes.
There's a bottom third that are not getting nothing. There's a couple guys that are just... Give the guys who are struggling out there the best piece of advice you could possibly give for someone who's been around the block, who's shown their true colors, and it's good colors.
Thank you. You're a good guy.
Thank you, bro. Tell all your porn star friends I'm hiring. Look in the camera. Give the gentleman out there the best piece of advice you could possibly give them.
There's 2 types of ways to get laid. There's the in-person way, and then there's the online way. I'd say the easiest way to get laid would be in person. You go to the bar and you shoot your shot and you try to take them home. The long game is to have a cool social media presence to then hunt with. So building up your social media, as cheesy and corny as it is, but having something that when you DM them, they want to open it, is a good play. Best DM is, can I ask you a question? Oh, can you do me a favor? Best DM slide, but first you need a good presence on social media. Have a good looking picture of yourself, have 5 things you do. You work out, what's your business? What do you look like when you're dressed? You and your friends, you and your hobby. Have that going on. Make it look cool. Take care of your gram. Can you do me a favor? Girl replies. What's the fuck's he gonna ask? Favor? Yeah, what is it? Send a picture of them to themselves and you say, can you introduce me? Best DM in the world.
Oh, wow. Can you introduce me
and it's
to herself?
Yeah, exactly.
That's like, you ever see the guy, by the way, great advice, thank you, gentlemen. You ever see the guy, I don't know who he is. He's got a great, and then I want to go to you. He's got a great thing online where he goes up and he goes up to a girl and he goes, hey, that guy over there, he really thinks you're cute. And she's like, where? And he runs across the room. He's like,
great.
See, that's cute.
That's a cute thing.
That's cute.
That's great.
I would run in the other direction.
It's what?
I would run in the other
No,
direction.
every girl thinks it's great.
It's amazing.
Brittany, I feel like you want to throw up in your mouth a little bit. What's going on?
I just want to say, I feel like if we're giving advice to men on how to up their body count with women implied, I think the people who should be giving advice are the women here. I mean, if you want...
Absolutely not. Oh, my God, no.
Well, I'm going to offer it regardless.
Oh, my goodness.
Why not? Because you don't want to hear the truth?
You know what? Let's hear what you have to say.
Honestly, the quickest way to up your body count or up your game or land a girl is to just work on your own confidence and thirst for it. The guys who always get it are the guys that have this energy about them, that they're not living or dying by it. They're just, for instance, a guy at a bar, like a pickup line, is never gonna work on me personally. It's gonna nauseate me, it's gonna turn me off, it feels forced, it feels fake. A guy that just strikes up conversation, isn't trying too hard, isn't trying to be over the top, overly charming, overly funny, is just interesting to talk to. And then on top of that, if he's already attractive, boom, that's it. I'll go
work
home
on
with
yourself,
them,
work on your
them.
confidence.
Yeah, like the way to up your body count is not act like you're trying to up your body count.
Oh, agreed. Okay. Destiny, tell us your thoughts on what Brittany just said.
Man, I just don't want to fight with you so much, but I actually agree with her 100%.
You agree with her?
Yeah, I think that gimmicks are nice, but gimmicks, like, so the thing that you said, and I think this is really hard for guys to tell. You talked about doing that, sending the picture to the girl or whatever. I bet that actually does work for you. And you talk about that run to the bar thing. I bet that does work for you. But that
I don't do that. I'm saying that guy did
But I'm
that.
saying that it would work for you guys because you already have kind of like so much going for you. I don't know how to describe this, but there are some guys, and don't take this personally if you're one of these guys. Some guys just have a demeanor where it's like, ugh, like, you're a cool guy, and they don't even. The thing that sucks is they don't even necessarily say anything wrong. They don't do anything wrong. They're not even like creepy or whatever. But they just like they're like, meh. And then there are other guys where, and you can tell immediately when you're talking to a guy that's interesting, that's captivating. You can tell, and it's not just because he's tall or wears the right color. There's just like an energy that they have where after you're talking for like 2 minutes, you're like, this is a guy that I could definitely fuck, or I could definitely vibe with. Whether I don't know if that comes from just confidence or self-esteem or being interested or interesting, but there's like an energy that once you have that, you can do almost anything and probably be okay.
So how do you translate that into an online message? Because today media and social, that's a lot of dating. That's also taken a lot of the in-person dating away. So how do you translate, like give them advice, how do you translate that confidence or that aura online when you're messaging? I think that's maybe something that could work for girls online. That wouldn't work for me, but
I think
how would you
it'll
translate that?
in the way that you talk, but the online thing is more difficult because the numbers are so skewed. For it to work online, his strategy of you have to have, and Tristan talks about this too, having a good social media presence is important. So bought 10,000 followers, who the fucking cares? Buy 10,000 followers, rent a couple cars, pay for a few girls, get like 10 pictures and make yourself look good, rent a suit or whatever, be next to a car, do that shit. Have like some social media presence so that when you DM the girl, you're past the Tinder bullshit, you're already in her inbox. Get your little fucking check mark if you can. Once you're in, then hopefully the
because all you're doing is hunting with your page.
You're saying fake it till you make it, and the Instagram page is that.
Well, but you have to have something underneath. If you're like one of those guys that I described before, where it's just like, then having the pictures and everything will get you in the DM box, but then it'll just.
This goes back to what he said about
your page.
This is what he said about what Ryan said about you. There's in person, and there's online. Now just think for a second.
Yeah.
Before 10 years ago, there was only in person.
Right.
I know.
That's it.
Yeah.
Now we're giving online influence. What I will say, when it comes to in person, there's something called the 7-38-55 rule. Have you ever familiar with this?
No.
How much math are we doing?
We'll talk about it.
My brain,
my head hurts.
Yeah.
I saw it the other day. The girl
7:38-55.
Elsa talks about it. She'll be on the show in a few weeks. Elsa Marek, shout out to her. 7:38-55. I don't know if that math adds up. Here's what it is. 7:38-55. 7% is what you say. Okay? 38% is how you look. And 55% is your full-on vibe.
1,000% agree.
Yes.
You agree?
Absolutely agree.
So, like, the old Joey from Friends thing, how you doing? He said 3 fucking words.
But it's how we said it.
But it's
he's
his
like,
vibe.
how
Yeah.
you doing?
Right.
The girl's like, oh, damn, vibe, confidence, swag. I have one buddy in Minnesota. It helps that he's 6'9" and millionaire, good looking, but all he does is, what's up, baby? The girl's like, ooh, like,
Right.
I swear on my life.
Yeah.
But the point is, take it, what I'm saying here with a grain of salt. The words are meaningless. The vibe, the confidence, the swagger, that's what it's all about.
I'll tell you the
Right?
line I
And
used
ladies,
on
no?
It's something that
Totally agree.
Yes?
it
Yeah.
speaks for itself. That's the energy, and I don't think it's about
No.
playing hard to get or negging or anything else like that. It's like if you have that self-confidence, and it's a little bit. What I was gonna say earlier is there's a difference between a guy who's out there just wanting to. I could say fuck, right? Just wanted to fuck.
You just did.
Okay, yeah, well, okay. YOLO, rip the seal.
This guy was talking about masturbating.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Yeah, Catholic guilt. Sorry. There's the energy of when it's a guy that just wants to fuck just to fuck and will fuck anything, and then you have this energy, which I think is chemistry, when you're like, we want to fuck each other, and that's chemistry, that's vibe, that's something intangible. It's the quickest thing to smell on a guy at a bar or even in a DM.
I'll tell you
when
the
it's
line
like
I
he's
used
just
on
trying
Brie,
to.
my girl.
Yes.
Yeah, so cringy, but because of how I said it, I think it worked.
Well, you could do anything with that smile over there, right there.
So I
Okay.
said, who are you? I love you. You're perfect. I'm obsessed with you. Look, I know you're never going to talk to me again. Just give me your Instagram so I can go home, jerk off to it later. That's what I said to her. And she was like, what the fuck is
In
wrong with you?
person.
She goes, do you have Tourette's? I'm like,
Gentlemen, do not say that to ladies
no,
out
but
there.
like, so that-
Only
what
a
he just
guy
said-
like that who interviews porn stars can pull that off.
But I think what he
Don't
just said,
do that.
what he
Yes.
just said is that's like it's perfectly emblematic of what I'm talking about. That like
Yes. Yeah.
this is why I like learning the lines and doing also because there's a lot of because I'll think about people ask me like, oh, like what lines do you use on girls? And there's a lot of jokes that I always say are like incredibly fucking edgy in terms of like talking to women sometimes. And I'm like, if you were to just say, you know, like, do you want to come home because I like, you know, I spiked your drink and I don't want you to pass out here at the restaurant, right?
that's funny.
Yeah, but like, if but if there's like a guy who's like, I spiked your drink. Do you want to come back home with me? She's already calling the cops before you finish the sentence. Like, you're fucking donezo. Like, the bartender might tackle you, right? But so it's like the words that you say and everything are not as
I'm
important.
not about to get roofied by a nerd.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
That's
there's-
embarrassing.
But these
You
types of
are
answers are
right. There is the confidence.
Yeah.
But
like,
it's so unsatisfying because, like, you tell a person that, and it's like, how do you communicate that? Because you can take a guy who breaks every single rule. You
Yes.
can flirt with a girl at
Yep.
the gym. You can you can just act in a way, kind of be a little neggy, not really mean. You can do all these things. It's like, well, I don't know if you're supposed to do anything, but it works. But it's because they come off as like really friendly, really
Yes.
charming. They're very confident. They're not like clingy. They give you space. Like there's this like vibe. And it's like they could probably say or do almost anything.
You're
and it'll
absolutely
probably
right.
work.
Also, when in doubt, just ask directly. Don't have any airs about it. I've had guys do that in person and online. I think you're attractive and really funny. Is there any chance I can take you to dinner at some point? I get it if this is weird. Hey, I'm not interested, but thank you. Totally fine with shooting your shot like that too.
Shoot your shot. And it's
chill.
also like owning it. Like you guys, you're out there. How many times is a girl like, I'm like, hey, let's get out of here. She's like, you're not gonna kidnap me. It's like, oh shit, now you fooled my fucking plot.
Yeah.
You figured it out.
Yeah.
That's what I'm out here. I'm gonna kidnap. You know, like
Hey, 1200.
You know what? Thank you. You know what a creep would say? No, I would never kidnap you. Let me alert your friends ahead of time. It's like, this guy's gonna kidnap me.
Yeah, 100%.
Lean into it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spike your drink a little bit. That was great.
I loved it.
Do we have super chats we want to do, or we can?
No, we can
Nat's
keep it.
gonna read the super chats in a little bit. Let's get into some stories.
Yes.
This has been hilarious.
Did we make it through one topic?
No, not
Have
yet.
we-
We only got one
That's
topic.
it.
Well, we hit the last topic, kind
Well,
of.
this started with. I don't even really talk about body count, and then just prediction.
Went on
Chris
there.
Berman over here, the Swami out here, showed up. I went from 285 to 1,000 in an hour. So
you're on
thanks,
fire.
Ryan. My game's on fire. Anyway, let's talk about something that you were sort of indirectly / directly involved with, and this is your friend Adam22. You've been on the show multiple times. I almost said 22 times. All over the internet right now. All over the internet. Do you know who this guy is?
I don't.
You're about to find out.
Okay.
You're about to learn
I've
today.
seen him.
So he's facing a lot of backlash on the internet because after he allowed his wife, Lena the Plug, who I believe they both do porn. This is the sexiest financial podcast on the planet. You have the most viral podcast on the planet. He has, what is he called?
Plug
the
Talk.
coolest podcast
Oh,
on the
right.
planet.
Yeah.
Right? That's what it's a lot of things going on the planet right now. So he allowed his wife to shoot a porn scene with another man. Who was this other man? Well, he's what is known as a BBC.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big black cock.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I had a feeling it wasn't the British News Network.
No, it was not the British. She had a little tea and crumpets, but that wasn't the little thing. So he says this was a great career move for her. Commenters have labeled Adam simp of the year. So we've got a little something to show you. Our mutual friend Pearl, she was on the show with us a few months ago, right? We all did a show together.
Yeah.
She actually did a reaction to your reaction to the thing. We got a whole thing.
A reaction to my reaction?
Reaction to you being on the show right here.
Oh, okay.
But little fun fact: these two just got married in May. They just got. You ever any interaction with them? You're out in LA.
Yeah, very, very close to them.
You're friends with them.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was talking to them yesterday, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Perfect.
They're coming on Pillow Talk next week to talk about it all. Actually.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Awesome.
Boom.
Well,
Full
Adam,
circle.
Good.
Lena,
has the
thank
video
you
dropped yet?
for
No, on the
the
17th.
fodder.
And that's how close to your show?
Yeah, so they want to put my episode out with when it drops, but
That's
we won't
awesome.
have the timing. We won't have the timing.
All right, now let's play this
We
video.
pre-taped.
I believe it starts at 2:06. This is Pearl's
just looking at
video.
her just makes me hate women even more.
What's that?
I just hate her so much.
Pearl?
Yeah.
You hate Pearl?
Yes.
So you hate Pearl.
Yeah.
You hate MLD.
Yeah.
You hate me. He hates
You
me.
hate Brittany.
Yeah.
Well, just as a woman, not like personally.
Okay, my goal is to get you to hate me personally.
Okay, well,
I actually don't hate anybody. That's
Yeah.
actually where I'm at in life right now. Is
sorry, don't mind me. Just cut my mic, okay? Go
I
ahead.
like you.
Yeah.
Everyone hates you, and that's what I like
I
about
like
you.
that.
Yeah, me too.
Let's
Okay,
hear what Pearl
on
has to say. I
hell-
want to hear this 26-year-old single woman's insight onto relationships, dating.
She's starting something called Wife School.
Okay.
Go ahead. Anyway, this is Pearl's video. Go ahead.
I've been with my girl for 7 years. We just got married. We're not in an open relationship, but from a porn perspective, we shoot with other girls, stuff like that, right?
Yeah. But no other guys is busting her coochie and ass out.
Well, you guessed it. Over the weekend,
Oh, no.
Something like that happened.
she filmed her first ever scene with another man.
I know you was mad.
Shit.
You was angry.
I agreed to it, so I wasn't. I say
but-
angry might not be the word.
But you was kind of like disappointed a little bit. Like, you vibe like her, that's your cinch.
You know, I agreed to
hood.
it. She gave me a lot of outs on the way in. Like,
Yeah.
she kind of kept telling me, like, if you don't want me to, I won't do it.
You
You
should
know?
have said no.
I said that I wanted
You
her to
already
do
got
it. I'm
millions
like,
on top of millions of dollars, Adam. You didn't do that shit.
fair enough. But I
Come
told her,
on,
I'm like, I think you should do it. Let's get it
All
out
right,
the way.
so how do you vibe about it now?
She's
Do I need
32.
to get you an old English?
No. Yeah, I don't need to drown the pain in the old English. But I was kind of surprised because I feel like I can like intellectualize it. And from my perspective, I don't think it should be a big deal. Yeah. But then after she actually did it, I'm not going to lie, I did feel kind of odd.
The way that I feel is the only time I
Enter
get
Destiny.
jealous of people
Oh my God,
is when
that's
I
me.
lose access to somebody. So for my wife, if she's fucking other dudes, I don't care. I can fuck other girls. That's fine because we still have each other. The only time I'll get a little bit jealous is if I'm like, if there's a girl I'm seeing that's like really cool, and then she gets a boyfriend, and then we can't fuck anymore.
Okay.
Wow, you
So-
were there for the announcement.
He
Wow,
was.
how cool. Oh my God. So many ties to Adam22 here. Except for you, I guess, who doesn't know him at all.
Well, my name's Adam,
Right.
and my body count is above 22. So I'm doing everything I can.
Adam
You're
687.
Adam
I'm
2507.
Adam Andre 3000. Adam 3000. So interesting. He broke the news to you and to some other friends there. Who else was on the show, by the way?
My good friend Crip Mac from 55th Street. And
You said that so white. My good friend Crip Mac from 55th
yeah, we're very
Street.
good friends now. He approved of my hair color and everything. So
Sick.
I would say I'm basically a Crip now, unless you're blood listening. Don't take that personally. And then across from me,
Well,
Flacco.
you're wearing blue,
Yeah,
so
obviously.
I get it.
Gotta rep my colors, you know.
You gotta
55, keep it
represent.
55 on God, cut. And then across from me, you had Flacco.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to those guys. So he broke the news. Here was the tweet that he actually put out right afterwards in response. He said, can we punch in a little bit? He said, it's officially been a week since I let my wife do a porn with another guy. I felt a little jealous at first, but overall it wasn't a big deal. She's watched me sleep with hundreds of girls and it's never affected our relationship. Sleeping with that gentleman has been amazing for both her career and our business. At Plug Talk Show. Gotcha. Overall, I'm glad we did it, and I'm happy to report that she has... That what?
Her vagina has returned to its original pre-BBC size.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's whatever light that is. We got to figure that out. So good for her that her thing has returned.
This
yeah.
This feels like one of those corporate PR statements that companies issue after something absolutely terrible went down, and they don't want to admit how bad it is.
Yes.
And they're like, everything's fine, and we're moving forward. Sorry, I know this is your friend, but it read very stale to me.
Yes.
Like even more than the regret to let her do
on
it.
On behalf of ExxonMobil, the oil spill that killed all those animals in the Pacific, we regret to inform you that I see what you're saying.
We personally talked to the animals that survived, and they don't hate us either. Yeah. So I didn't buy it. Sorry. That's me. Yeah.
Gotcha. Here was Pearl's response, and then we'll let everybody weigh in. I think it's at 6:28, and this is your good friend Pearl, who you have only nice things to say about.
That smile.
That smile that I.
I think I finally blocked her on Twitter. It was too much.
Wow!
I couldn't handle it.
But you guys got along.
I gave her the Andrew Tate treatment.
You guys got along so well when you were on the show here together. No.
No.
I don't know. I got to do a better job of pissing people off. I'm not mad at anybody. There's a couple of people that are mad at me.
You just got to foment the outrage on your show. Like, we should be hating each other, and you haven't done a good job of that.
Who should be hating each other?
All of us should be fighting.
I think you're
I'm really encouraging you two to hate each other, but you know.
You guys are loving each
How
other.
can anybody hate Intem?
Yes.
Angel out here. Let's sign her up.
I think you're not mad at anybody because you fuck so much. You're just very
You're just too busy, yeah.
Life's too good, bro. Life's too good. I got money, I got things going on. I'm going to hate you. Take time. My motherfucking day to hate you. You hate me. I don't care.
Stress free.
A lot of people hate me online. That's fine. Here's Pearl's response, Destiny's best friend.
What trouble we get into when we assume that men and women are equal. This is what we get. Adam thinks because he has no consequences for sleeping around, that she also will have no consequences for sleeping around. And what are the odds she does this right after their wedding? It's just weird timing to me. Adam, I really hope you close this marriage. I really hope you shut down the porn stuff. You know what, honestly, I'm going to call
Just shut it down. All right, cool. And then
I hate her.
I don't like her either. I would
she's
like to,
she's single, has no relationship experience, never lived with a guy before.
That girl sucks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen her before?
No.
You've never even heard of Pearl?
Very kickable girl.
True.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So we're doing a good job of getting along here, but hating people you're seeing on the screen. Got it. Here's Adam22's tweets, and then we'll open this up for discussion. There's a tweet that he said at, kind of weird, I'm calling me a cuck, so I'm supposed to be offended. I saw the video of my wife getting plowed, and I thought she was pretty hot. And that makes me a cuck, so be it. Got it. Weird. All right, cool. We'll discuss. And then you had one more tweet.
There were a lot more tweets.
There are a lot more tweets.
He tweeted a lot about those.
He has? You have?
He has.
Go to the next tweet, if you don't mind. I wasn't born with the strength that required to let another dude bang my wife. I feel like it emphasizes when I say it. Yeah, bang my wife. Yeah. Half the reason I want to get married is just so I can say, my wife. Anyway, like that's just me. Yeah, of course. It takes hours upon hours in the gym to gain this kind of strength. Weak men will never understand it. All right, cool.
Wait, scroll down.
Scroll down? Okay.
Yeah.
No, it don't go.
Oh, we just have a screenshot of the.
What was it?
It's a picture of him bench pressing.
Oh, gotcha.
He's getting strong, so you can watch.
Got
it.
it. And there's one more picture that he posted out here, and then Destiny. So happy wife, happy life. Here's Full House. Here's Adam22, his wife Lena the Plug, and Mr. BBC putting in that work out there.
Jason Love.
Who was it?
Jason Love.
Jason Love. Of course, Ryan knows his name, first and last name.
Friend of the show.
Great guy, friend of the show. Yeah. Awesome. Destiny, you're on the show when he announces this. He's got one of the biggest podcasts in the world, okay? You're a massive influencer. Valuetainment, we're massive. So we're all talking our shit here. What did you think when he told you, yeah, I let my wife get banged out by Mr. Jason Love out here in these streets? What were your thoughts?
Honestly, it wasn't, I would have loved to have been on a show with him without my good friend Crit Mac or Flacco there and had a conversation about it, because I feel like there's a lot of interesting stuff to dive into. I think the stuff that I'm the most interested in are publicly, what is his persona going to become, or what will it look like? Because obviously, especially since it's a black guy and that is a whole other aspect of things, how is that going to play into like his public stuff, his porn stuff? And then a personal conversation, I guess, on how I felt about it would have been really interesting to have too. But we didn't get to really dive into either of those two topics. So.
Yeah, for me, the black guy thing is like 1% of the issue for me.
For a lot of the people in this space, it's like 85% of the issue. It's like an insane, like the BBC.
Call me a traditionalist. Call me old-fashioned. I don't like other dudes banging my wife. I don't know. That's, you know, call me a conservative. What was that? Yeah, exactly. Call me old-fashioned. So, and I get that they kind of have a thing going on. She's brought in other women. They've done their thing together. Listen, I'm no angel. I'm no rookie. I've done things with my exes and other girls. But under no circumstance whatsoever is some other dude banging my wife. What's the, like Harrison Ford, a movie? He stole my wife! Like, anytime I say the word wife, that's
this is true, but you keep in mind, you have to evaluate this from the perspective that he's also fucking like hundreds of women.
I don't care.
Well, of course you would, because you're the guy fucking hundreds of women. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So is there a double standard here? Am I the asshole? Am I the traditional conservative?
I think there
that I'm not letting someone bang out my wife?
I think there's
Jason Love.
I don't
Respect
think
to you, homie,
anyone
by the way.
should bang into, I think if you're married, just stay loyal to who you're married to.
Why are you whispering that shit?
Because it's like...
Speak with your chest, girl.
I'm sorry. It's just like everyone's talking about banging everyone else. But I just think if you're married, you know, that's who you stay with and that's your partner.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like you also got to be very... careful when you talk about people's relationship because you're not in the relationship. You don't know their dynamics. You don't know the conversations they've had. You know, that whole thing could turn both of them on. Like he tweeted that, you know, like you can only speak so much from an outside perspective, but you really don't know what's going on within people's personal, actual relationships. I mean, overall, I think if you pick a partner, be loyal to your partner and whatever terms and conditions you come to, that's your terms and conditions. But here's the thing is like when you're in a public eye the way you are, you know, you have to put out tweets and statements to kind of explain certain things that you do because you become a name. You know, people have questions. And when you become a podcast and a known name where you're giving reliable information and people have questions for you, it's almost like you're obligated to kind of like, this is why and this is what happened.
It's what you signed up for.
It's what you signed up for.
Let me ask this, since this is what you signed up for. You've signed up for this lifestyle, no doubt. Is this sort of the new normal? Is this, hey, we all enjoy watching the freak show? Is this an open marriage? Is this, well, OnlyFans, and this is kind of how the business model works? What's your perspective?
Okay, here's my take. In the entertainment industry, the ones that get furthest to the top, we're all climbing our way to the top. We want more money, more success, more fame. We're all doing that. Why did Bruce Jenner, Kardashian, obsessed? He was at the top. He was in the biggest, most watched family in the world. He kind of gets trickled out when the divorce happens. Why did he turn into a woman? Because he's fallen, now he's back up. Caitlyn Jenner was the most talked about human being on the planet for a while.
Clout.
Boom. Why does Kanye West, so successful, go on and say the shit that he did? Because we're addicted. We're all getting back to the fucking climbing the mountain. Everything Adam22 does is successful. He's a fucking smart guy. He's hungry and he's a hard worker. Everything he's done. No jumper, boom, exploded. He was a pro BMXer, exploded. Plug talk, exploded. Everything he does turns to gold. He's a genius. He says, how do we get this? It was his Bruce Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner moment. Okay, babe, it was his idea, guaranteed. He says, this is what we're gonna do.
So you're
gonna fuck the biggest black dick in the industry. It's gonna blow my mind. I'm gonna feel like shit about it. The world's gonna explode, and it did. Fucking genius. They're gonna make millions and millions of dollars. They're the most talked about humans on earth right now. They weren't 2 weeks ago. Genius. Adam22's a fucking genius. Him and his wife love each other. They're laying in bed reading the memes. Look at this one, baby.
But at some point...
They're so happy.
No, I get it.
He does not care. He doesn't
So you're saying they did all of this for clout?
Yeah.
For entertainment.
At
to
some
get
point...
more money, more success. It's genius.
At some point...
Genius.
There's views, there's clicks, there's eyeballs, there's the attention economy, there's being relevant, there's all that. At some point, where are the lines being blurred? At some point, is there just, all right, you are my wife. We're not gonna be doing this. What's the limit? Next thing you know, she's running late and she's got to go to a gangbang orgy or whatever.
You know what? It's business over pleasure all day for Adam, right? So
really?
Business over pleasure. She lets him fuck every week a new top porn star and they fuck a new girl every week. She says, babe, when do I get one? Take it. All good. Yeah. If you're full monogamous, so you're not climbing the entertainment ladder, you can have your opinion saying that's crazy. Not crazy to Adam. He doesn't give a fuck. He's probably let her fuck other guys before, off camera.
Huh.
Probably.
So do you think he would be okay with a girl who like wasn't part, like maybe she was just more of like a quiet like type of girlfriend who wasn't in the limelight? Do you think that he would pick a girl like that? Because
if he was dating one of those girls, he would never have let her do it. He'd be like, hey, you're my little sweet muffin. You're riding the Adam train. But they're a team. They're Batman and Robin. Adam and Lena.
She's a porn star by trade too, right?
Yeah.
See, yeah, to me that's work.
It's all good.
Like, it's like we both know the profession that we're in. You okayed it.
Also, I've been on porn sets, and after being on porn sets, I really understand now. It's not cheating. Like I've dated a porn star.
Well, it's like actors.
Not cheating?
It's not.
You consider it cheating?
Of course not.
No,
would you consider it cheating?
It's not.
I think it's irrelevant, cheating or not.
Oh,
they really show up and it's work and they fuck and then they're like, okay,
it's like
great job.
actors in sex scenes.
Yeah.
No, I'm good. That's
it's
cheating.
not like fucking someone else.
That's
Intimacy
cheating.
is what kills us.
Here's what I will say, and I'm almost going to contradict myself here for a second. You know how they say there's that phrase that's like, man, you ain't about that life.
Yeah.
I'm about that life. No, you ain't about that life.
Right.
Once you make this decision to be about that life, just be about that life.
Exactly.
Like I say this to OnlyFans girls, it's like, you've already done the OnlyFans thing. You've already put yourself out there. You've already made your money. You've been out there. It's like, don't stop now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do your, like,
You're about that life already.
yeah, you're already about that life.
Yeah.
Everyone knows.
You got the
You're
tap.
on podcasts talking about you're doing X, Y, and Z. It's like, you're about that life.
Yeah, go for it, baby.
Nobody gives a shit at this point.
To the moon.
So, be very careful before you become about that life.
Yeah.
Right.
Because once you about that life, there's no going back.
You nailed it.
The internet lives forever.
You nailed it.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it.
1001 now. Baby.
See, like for me, I think this would be an entirely different conversation if it was something in the context of their personal marriage and relationship. If it was like she asked that, like she had a desire to step out or open up the marriage or fuck this guy or something. But if this is their profession.
This brought them closer together for sure.
I love when
this
some
is a
guy
milestone
bangs out
moment for
my
them.
wife. It just brings us so much closer together.
Yeah.
They're living
Destiny,
a
go
different
ahead.
life.
Make some sense of this. Listen, for
There's
those
no sense to be made here. I learned this a long time ago.
Yeah.
There are some people that have certain views that are very, very, very hardwired into them. They're very fundamental to their character, and they cannot fathom that another person could enjoy something that they can't, or could be okay with something. The earliest example I found in my life is I love playing video games on the autistically most difficult level. For me, the most fun I can have is losing 500 times in a row to beat it at the end, and the 501st try. My streamers watch this, and people looking, they'll be like, there's no way you can enjoy this. You can't possibly do this, blah, blah, blah. And nobody will actually accept that, except they see me do it a ton, and eventually they accept it. When it comes to, especially, being in an open relationship, I see this. This is especially true when it comes to open relationships. And the conversations are exhausting and a little boring because all you get is people saying like, there's no way you're okay with that. Like, you've got to be coping. You've got to be, there's no way you can enjoy your wife getting fun. And it's like, listen, if both people are okay with it, they both have the freedom to do whatever. Like, all you can do is take them at their word. Unless you see some kind of external behavior otherwise. Like, for instance, some guy like has a breakdown and he's like, fuck, maybe I made a mistake. Then sure, then it's like, okay, well, maybe this isn't your choice. Yeah. But like, all it is just people projecting their own, like, there's no way Adam can enjoy this fucking, and then combining that with a whole bunch of the incredibly fucking retarded red pill shit where it's like, no, you don't understand. Like what Pearl said, men and women are different. Adam can fuck 300 girls and that's okay. There's no way that affects Lena at all. But if Lena fucks even one guy, it's gonna ruin it. Like, this is the most brain dead shit in the world. People just can't understand it, which is fine. But like, and the judgment's
to be clear, you kind of threw that in there. You're in an open relationship. Yeah. You and Melina, she's been on the show multiple times. I don't think Ryan knew that. Mm-hmm. How do you deal with like your girl leaving and doing her thing? And I get it as a guy.
What's that mean, leaving and doing her thing? What do you mean by that?
Well, ask him.
Well, yeah, so I mean, we're fucking other people, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I just want to hear it.
There you go.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. Well, how do you deal with it?
I mean, I just don't get jealousy around those types of things. And I imagine that she doesn't either. Usually, jealousy is involved in other ways, where it's like, am I getting enough time? Am I getting enough intimacy?
Destiny is hung like a fucking camel.
Sure.
Yeah, you just found that out. You want to up your number a little bit, buddy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now, Ryan, you interview a lot of porn star girls. You've been with your girl, your baby, 8 months.
Yeah, my baby.
Would you ever let your girl be with another dude like that?
No. I'm too insecure. However, I'd rather her fuck Jason Love than go on a date and see like her laughing and smiling with the guy. That would destroy me more. Yeah. And I'm sure you can feel with that, Destiny. If she starts getting intimate and cuddling and watching shows with them, that would fucking eat you up versus getting fucked, right?
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the pain comes in.
That's where the pain comes in. If she's smiling,
the actual act of sex, getting banged out by Jason Love,
is less bad.
Is less painful than her giggling on a date with some dude.
If she tells you she's going to girls' night, but then you see her through the coffee shop window laughing with another guy, they'll fucking kill me.
I've been cheated on in both contexts.
Yeah, the intimacy part.
I've been cheated on in both contexts. One where it was completely physical and transactional, and that was something that I was able to work past and move forward in a relationship. And then there was one time that he swore it was just physical and transactional, and I knew deep down that there was chemistry and feelings
that
there.
killed you.
And I ended up being right. He dated her after we broke up, and that was way more painful.
Way worse. Yeah.
And I also my life has been defined by a bunch of experiences that I said I'd never go through, or I'd never be okay with, or I'd never put up with, and I've been smacked in the face by it 100 times over. So I was of the mindset of open relationships would never work and never work. And now I just think it wouldn't work for me. But also check back with me in 5 years. I might be so in love and so secure with somebody.
You know that look your girl gives you when you're laughing together and she's smiling, look at you right through your soul in your eyes. Seeing her do that to another guy is worse than seeing her take a facial.
Heartbreaking, yeah.
Again, call me old-fashioned.
I just want to say I'm so sorry. It's so nice to hear you say that because 99% of these fucking shows, the only thing, when people talk about dating, they're just talking about fucking people.
Right.
So it's cute that you and your girl are actually in love. I like hearing that. That's cute.
Well,
Destiny's my guy.
Natalie, how would you feel if you saw your man with another girl?
No, I'm not okay with any of it. Physical, relationship, on a date, on the phone, texting, none of that. I'm good.
I'm like that too, currently.
I'm good. That's just me personally. I like to kind of just keep what I have private with who I'm intimate with.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at in my life right now. I don't judge people who do differently. Now that we've been through so many people and I've met so many different people who have open relationships, I now can say I at least understand why people do choose that route, and I can see where people maybe feel comfortable with their partner to do that. But personally, I'm insecure. I don't want to be. I'm gonna want to share my man.
Something I would say real quick too, also on top of what you said, which I also thought was funny. I'm sorry, it's very rare I see other men on these shows that actually like women, unironically. That wasn't a slight on you. Sorry, that was on the red pillars.
What do you mean that actually like women?
You're the one who hates women.
Because most guys, yeah, but I hate women in a jokey sense. Mostly people
Destiny,
in this
I like
space.
women more than you.
Maybe, but
I was talking about red pill guys.
I was talking about red pill guys.
I'm just a dude.
The thing that you said about how you said that you couldn't handle it because you're insecure. I think that a lot of those types of relationships, the open stuff doesn't work because of insecurity, but it's funny because the thing that you're insecure about, to some extent, speaks to your securities.
I agree.
The idea that watching a girl fuck somebody is whatever because it's just dick. And I think a lot of guys, that's terrifying to them. That's why they think of when I get with a girl, she can't have more than a 3 body count because I won't stack up to the prior guys. But the thing that you're insecure about is actually the stuff that is really important. If my girl fucks somebody else, that would suck. And I'm sure you wouldn't like that. You said it. But if she has that deep type of emotional connection that I thought she only had with me, that's the thing that you care the most about. So yeah,
it's actually very strong 100%. And secure of you to be able to admit that.
This is where I'm going to give you I hear you, I respect you, I like you.
That's good.
All the above. No. No. I'm just, okay, what's worse? I walk into a restaurant and I see my girl having dinner with Bill.
It's the eye contact.
I'd be like,
it's the vibe at
guys,
dinner.
what's going on here? I don't like any part of this. What's up? In so many words. Versus I walk into my house and Bill,
but their hands are like this on the dinner table and they're looking at each other like this.
Whatever, bro.
That is a key part.
Okay, I get that. There's levels to this shit, guys.
Right.
Versus walking to my house and I hear my girl and I see my girl getting banged out by Mike Love, Jordan Love, Jason Love. Sorry, porn star to the stars, and I'm disrespecting your name. Guys, it's not even close. And don't call me a red pill, misogynist, weirdo. There's levels to this thing. Okay? There
are levels, but
call me crazy.
There are if I'm chatting with a new girl or whatever, and it's so funny. I totally agree with what you're saying. If I was chatting with a girl,
you're having a man crush right now.
Should we switch seats? Yeah, I feel like I'm in the middle of.
You two are okay with your girl.
If there was a new girl that I'm chatting with,
and
I've got if I'm chatting with a new girl, I've got something kind of casual going on or whatever, and she doesn't respond to my message for a night or whatever, and she shoots me a message next morning. She's like, "Oh, I met this dude last night. We hooked up or whatever." It's oh, okay, that'd be one thing. She was fucking a guy, whatever. But if the message was something more along the lines of oh, I was gonna message you last night, but I had dinner with this guy till 4. We stayed up chatting till midnight. I'd be like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be more personal. Oh, okay, I guess, yeah. It's a different type of,
Because
for sure.
sex can be compartmentalized.
You guys, And I appreciate you're like male bonding over here, bonding over.
I feel like they're therapists.
Yeah,
like,
this is great. Brittany's in the middle, and Tem's just like, what did I get involved in? Do you think most guys, if you can give me percentages, understand your situation or what kind of?
I think a lot of this comes with, I'm gonna guess, sexual confidence. Do you have a lot of sexual confidence?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a lot.
That didn't sound confident.
Like a 7.4.
Okay, sure. I have a lot of sexual confidence, right? So like,
Specific.
you either like what I'm putting down, you don't, and if you don't, fuck it, I don't care. I have enough girls that I understand, I know what I'm doing, right?
Right.
But so if you don't like fucking with me, either you don't like the size or shape of my dick, or you don't like what I do, okay, fine, whatever. But if you don't like me as a person, and there's another guy that you like more as me as a person, it's like it's a more of an indictment on your character. Like I would rather have a girl, I would rather have a girl look at me and be like, 5'8", I'm good. And like walk away, as opposed to like we went on a date and like oof, I didn't feel like that at all, right? That would like hurt more, I think, because it's more of like a personality thing than.
So you'd rather your girl, just to be clear here, I'm summing this up.
Sum it up.
What I'm hearing is you'd rather a girl make fun of your dick than your personality.
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
His dick just not that cool.
Because it's just dick.
Personality,
the personality is so much more
even
vulnerable and
worse.
personal.
I would rather a guy say he's not attracted to me and would never have sex with me in a million years than be like, you're dumb and not funny.
I'd rather them make fun of my dick than call me a dick.
I'd be like,
But
okay, keep it moving.
I agree with you in that I think that 85% of guys listening would disagree with what we're saying, but that's because the insecurities around like penis and performance and all that run way deeper. They wouldn't even get to the personality.
And
in their mind, they would rather have the girl say like, I didn't get along with him, but he had mad dick.
By the way,
they'd rather
cut
hear
that
I
up.
think.
Clip, short clip. Destiny agreed with Adam. That's it. We'll end it right there.
Yeah.
By the way, real quick, speaking of agreeing with you or disagreeing with you, your good friend Tristan Tate weighed in on this kind of stuff. Okay? Shout out to Tristan. Shout out to Andrew. I'm friends with both of them.
That's cool.
You're only friends with one of them, apparently. But here's what Tristan Tate had to say about open marriages and this type of situation here. And, you know, hopefully you guys can still remain friends after this. Show the headline, by the way, if you don't mind, Angel. So him and his confident friends were opining about marriages, open marriages, and beta men. If we can go to actually his quote. Obviously, we don't need to relitigate what's going on. We're wishing them the best. Romania, complete fraud, I think. I think it's a setup job. I don't think there's human trafficking whatsoever. All of a sudden, you're neutral? You said that they were guilty. I'm not neutral.
I said that everything they said was on their YouTube, but why they're guilty.
I think it's an absolute bullshit what's happened to those guys beyond, for sure. And I think they're going to beat the charges. But go to what Tristan Tate had to say about open marriage. It's the next thing over. Gotcha. All right, well, here's what he had to say while our friend is looking for it. He says, that's not, regarding open marriages and open relationships, that's not how men should be. If you engage in degenerate behavior, like sharing a woman in any way, shape, or form, marriage isn't for you. Being a man isn't for you. And then he went on to say other words of, here it is right here. Can you read what he says in that here?
Where? Yeah, it says... And yet another episode of Cigar Night Q&A.
No, the bottom quote. No, that's not how men should be if you engage.
That's not how men should be.
Being a man isn't for you. We got
it.
All right, there's another thing. Okay. Anyway, you were friends with Andrew Tate. Well, sorry, Tristan Tate.
Didn't these guys brag that all their girlfriends were like doing camming business and like a million guys jerking off to their wives and girlfriends? Isn't that kind of weird? Maybe
let's stay on topic here for a second. That's different than your girl getting banged up by another dude. Do you think Tristan Tate has a point here, though,
no,
by the way?
No, of course not.
You don't think so?
No. Different people have different relationship styles.
I agree.
Okay. What about you?
Were you guys Nebraska, you said?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Okay.
Not by choice.
And you?
What?
Where are you from again?
Miami.
Oh, yeah, you're from Miami. But you guys,
like born and raised, the whole deal.
Small towns?
She's from Orlando. She's from New York.
Miami.
West Palm Beach.
Okay.
West Palm.
Okay, so Nebraska's a great example.
You're Toronto.
Yeah. Having an OnlyFans in Nebraska is fucking insane, even if you're just doing bikini pics. All the small Midwest towns, it's what the fuck? That girl has an OnlyFans. Where you come to LA, Miami, if you're hot with an OnlyFans. Yeah. What the fuck? You don't have OnlyFans?
Yeah.
So
there's a lot more settling down in towns like that. There's a lot more dating around and relationship
and that reflects on this too.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's the norm for a guy like Adam who fucks with his girl on camera every day to let her fuck someone else. To Nebraska people,
that's
what the
insane.
fuck? But so is having an OnlyFans where you do bikini pics. They're just smaller-minded people, no disrespect. They don't understand what really happens in Hollywood.
Intem, help us out here. You're a classy girl. We're talking about all sorts of wild shit, letting your girl do this and that or whatever. I've taken the position I'm more of a traditional guy. These guys a little more open-minded, respect, all good. That's why we have this show. You're a beautiful woman. Make some sense of this.
Thank you. I believe it's truly cultural. If you look into like the history, even in like Africa or in the Roman days when they were having massive orgies. However, for it to be exploited and to be profitable and making it a business, I wouldn't say it's the fault of the couple, but more so the society that's paying and still talking about it and glorifying it. That's what you want to do so privately. But for this to become trending and something that we're making popularizing, I don't think it's healthy for society. I don't think it's sustainable, to be honest.
Interesting that you bring up that point.
Yes.
Because I think we have a clip of what Lena had to say about the yearning of her OnlyFans subscribers wanting to see this. So you were actually kind of hit the nail on the head about this is what's the next cool thing, how can we make money? Do we have that clip? Let's play that clip. By the way, can you do it at 1.5 speed? You had it. Normal. You see where it says normal? Yeah, normal. Click that, 1.5. Boom.
What do you say to people that are calling him a simp?
I mean, I have had 200 threesomes with him with women.
Yeah.
So is that a simp? Like someone who's been given all of this, I don't know, sexual experience with this woman, and I get one guy, and it's like a big deal.
Yeah. Is that sexist?
Yeah, the double standard is insane.
I mean, I do feel like you have slept with him with lots of other girls. How come there wasn't another guy involved?
I would say up until very recently was something that Adam was not comfortable with, and I was always like, I don't want to affect my relationship, and I'm not going to push the issue.
Yeah.
And then we got to a point where we were like, who cares, whatever. Like we know we're like secure in our relationship, and it just happened to fall right around the time of the wedding, which is why it's such a big deal, because we did just get married. I mean, we still don't know like how he's gonna feel when the scene actually comes out.
Is he gonna watch it?
It's all baby steps. I mean, first I was like, I don't want you to watch it because I feel guilty, but now I'm like, I want you to watch it and I want you to pleasure yourself to it. That is where I'm at now. I don't know if he's gonna do that, but that's what I want.
Do you guys watch it together?
I don't know if I can watch it with him. I think I'll blush too much.
Was this whole thing worth it? I mean, how has it affected your numbers?
It's been very good for my OnlyFans numbers, and also my fans are just so excited. They're like, "Thank you. This is what we've been asking for so long, and we never thought you'd give it to us." And yeah, I'm just happy that they're excited again, and that there's gonna be all these people jerking off to me at the same time on July 13th. That's hot.
So no regrets.
No regrets. No. I feel totally comfortable with this idea.
Was this?
Cool. All right.
Wait, is this outside of a Lowe's?
Yeah, that's even funnier. Yeah.
Yeah, she was looking for wood, ironically. But you kind of hit the nail on the head here. Is that at the end of the clip, I know it was pretty fast, she said, my OnlyFans guys really wanted to see this, and they've been asking this for so long, so I had to give them. Any regrets? No regrets. But that's where we're at in society today. Like it or not, you know, they say there's a decline of the West, but there's money in having sex on camera. That's no secret. There's money in having an OnlyFans. Unfortunately or fortunately, there's money in having some big black dude bang out your wife on camera. Someone's been asking for that for a long time. Black, white, yellow, I don't give a shit about the color. I really don't. Yeah. But that's what they wanted. He chose this specific guy for a reason, for the shock and the awe. It's not just some dude. It's not cute-ass Ryan out here banging your wife. It's fucking Billy Love. What's his name?
Jason Love.
I can't forget this guy. Jason Love. Buddy Love, that's what I'm thinking. So is that kind of what you were saying, is that society, this is indicative of where society's at today?
Well, it's kind of like what's next. I think the Bible talks about it. We got like bestiality up on the menu after this. I mean, like, where is the finish line? Like, when will they ever be satisfied? If you're going to do things for money and for your OnlyFans, like, where do you draw the line? When is enough?
That's a great question. Where do you draw the line? What do you think? Where do you draw the line on something like this? If what, I'm using your words, if you're always looking for the next big thing.
Right.
If you're always looking for something, and I used to be in the Kardashian world. I've been there with I know all those guys. I'm not going to go down that whole story. But I was very vocal about, I'm like, listen, Bruce was getting no attention for years. All of a sudden, he's the most spoken about. People are like, you're crazy, Adam. I'm like, watch this, buddy.
Right.
So what's next for them?
Well,
if she's getting banged out by Johnny Love out here.
So Caitlyn Jenner.
What's next? So not Caitlyn Jenner, for Adam and his wife.
Well, I'm giving an example.
Yes.
So Bruce turned into Caitlyn,
yes,
and then was on the cover of every magazine, most talked about thing. Then it started to fade. Then she killed people. So
in her car.
So then, boom, she's back. Adam is a smart cookie. However, people think, oh yeah, they must have made some money off this. Sure, they didn't make $2 grand, $5 grand, $10 grand. We're talking probably
millions.
$5 million cash out on this stunt alone, maybe more. So it's not like
if she can make 20 million by having a gangbang orgy, is he open to that?
If you're fucking 100%.
He is.
Yes, he is.
Okay, now that orgy is horses.
They'll let it wait.
He's just gonna let horses and donkeys, 100 million.
Sponsored by PETA.
Well, you know
you
what?
think that I'm being outlandish, but at what point do you, as Entem said, draw the line?
So at some point in entertainment, you retire, right? You take a step back.
You never take a step back.
Well, a lot of people do. You know, like Jay-Z, for example. He's behind the scenes. He's not putting out music every day. He cashed out. So at some point, they're going to cash out. This was one of their big stunts. They're probably going to cash out soon.
I have a hot. I just think it's possible to draw the line with having an OnlyFans and in your entertainment career as well too. I think if you've got other things you're working on, I think if you've got a good sense of what your personal integrity is, your personal values are, I think it's possible.
You could also draw a line between like people and animals.
That's,
that's pretty. Like it's funny that like they're doing a huge
said
thing.
bestiality.
I know, but I'm saying it's like you're doing a huge thing. Like what's that? And it's like, what is the huge thing? It's consensual sex between a man and a woman. It's not even in terms of what porn goes. It's like the most vanilla. This is like the most vanilla thing.
It's a boy girl thing.
It's the gateway drug.
Technically, this was chocolate, but I love chocolate too.
Was there even any anal in the video?
I don't know. Boy, it's a boy girl scene.
It's a boy. Yeah, it's literally just a stock boy girl scene.
Let's give you last word to you because I want to move on to other topics. You're not endorsing this. You're not co-signing this. But you're like, I get it.
No, I think it's genius.
Okay, you think it's genius, actually.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't do this yourself.
No.
At what price would you do this? Would you let your girl get banged out by some dude?
Oof.
What's the price?
Number?
What's the number?
You know what? I'm estimating they're probably going to make about $5 million off this stunt. Would I do it for $5 million? You betcha.
Really? Would she do it for $5 million?
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's like fixed rate, $5 million.
That's the bigger question.
Do anything you want with that man.
Well, California taxes, now that's $2.5 million, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're half off. You know, I hope that 10 inches was worth it because next thing you know, the tax man's coming, you didn't pay your taxes, now you got to pay back taxes. Now it's in the rears, literally and figuratively. You got to pay that thing, bing, bing, bing.
You know, people
all of a sudden
say,
that
like,
$5 million is $2 million, and next thing you know,
would you suck a guy's dick for $100 grand? And everyone's like, no chance, no chance. But if the dick was right there and the cash was right there and no one found out, we're all probably sucking that dick.
And we'll leave it right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Depends on what's in your bank account at that moment.
You know, if it's like really happening.
Just because
I'm gonna be honest, I still lean over. I'll climb a fence for a $10 bill. Okay, it's money. It's on the ground.
Save that
money. I don't even know if I don't even spend it, but it's fucking.
I'm not gay, but $20 is $20.
If the money's right there,
spray the money down for everybody.
Thank you. Finally. And nobody had to do anything.
Natalia. Well, with that being said, can we talk just a little bit of money real quick so people aren't like, what kind of porn shit is going on here? We just sprayed some money.
Yes.
All we talk is money. Well, used to say that. Now, sometimes we talk money. Justin Bieber's in the news these days, okay? Yeah. NFTs are back in the news these days. Bored apes are now in the news these days. Look at this, the title of this article that actually just came out in Complex. Justin Bieber's $1.3 million Bored Ape NFT is now only worth $59,000. So the Bored Ape that he purchased in January 2022 now lost 95% of its initial value. Insanity, okay? So,
is that really that insane?
Well, yeah, if you make a $1.3 million investment and now your investment is worth $59,000, I would label that pretty fucking insane.
Okay, you say insane.
Okay?
I feel like that's the most predictable thing ever, but
okay, well,
because the whole NFT Bored Ape thing seems beyond stupid.
Well, you've been in. I've seen you do a debate with the guy, sinner saint guy.
Yeah, the gay guy. Yeah.
He's gay?
Yeah, he is. He doesn't want the world to know, but he is.
Oh, wow.
Well, now they know.
Another guy you hate. Yeah. Okay, I don't know.
Why do you think I hate him?
But I remember you going. I remember you going back and forth with this dude.
Yeah.
About what's an NFT? What's an NFT? What's an NFT? And he wouldn't answer it. Apparently, your words, not mine. I don't know this dude. He scammed some guy for like $2,500.
Who did? Oh, the same. Yeah, he probably did. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what, but. Listen, I've been saying this for years. Okay, Justin Bieber, $1.3 million, that's nothing.
Yeah.
But before I started getting into finance and romance, I just did finance. And I would go around and interview everybody about money, save your money, invest your money. I'm the biggest advocate of just being smart with your money, working, budget, allocating, saving, investing, Roth IRA, 401k, having a retirement plan set up, having index funds, ETFs. Like, I'm very traditional. And then there's a certain segment of my money, let's say 10%. I'm like, fuck it, I'll buy a Bitcoin. Fuck it, I'll spend some money on Ethereum. I don't know what these Bored Apes are, but all right, I'll drop 20 grand on one. All right, cool. But some people would spend all their freaking money on this nonsense. So there's something in the finance world called asset allocation. And I would go to the Miami Bitcoin conference, and I would ask them, I would say, how much of your money, of your overall, it's called AUM in the finance world, assets under management, of your assets, do you have in crypto? And the numbers were, bro, astonishing. 95%, all my money. Other than my rent money, it's all in crypto. And then I would say, well, no cash, no stocks, no dividend paying stocks, no REITs, no real estate, no nothing. I'm crypto to the moon, baby. It's like,
so you're saying that people went 2 balls to the wall on this one thing. Is that?
So in another word, asset allocation, there's another word called diversification. So you don't put all your eggs in one basket. We all know that. So many people were just all in on whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's crypto, whether it's Dogecoin, whether it's fucking Bored Apes. So when you see it loses 95%, let me tell you something. If you're like, hey, Adam, I don't know much about like the S&P 500, bro, and I'm really scared to put my money in that. I get it. It's 500, the biggest companies. If the 500 biggest companies of America loses 95% of its value, you got bigger things to worry about than your stock fucking account. The world's coming to an end.
Yeah.
That's what that means. 95% of the biggest 500 companies of the world lose that much value,
What's
the
happening?
world's coming to an end.
Yeah.
If 95% of NFTs come to an end, nobody gives 2 shits.
Yeah.
Okay, other than the people that are putting together a class action lawsuit behind the crypto Bored Ape thing that's going on right now. So the point is this, okay? Shout out to Justin Bieber, he's gonna be okay. But how many other people lost stupid amount of money gambling their money away with this? You've had multiple conversations on NFTs. Yeah, you confronted a guy that sold something in NFTs and you asked him on repeat, what's an NFT? And he wouldn't even define it for you.
This is like, broadly speaking, when it comes to markets, this is just a thing that I encourage everybody to know, okay? If there is one thing capitalism does well, it's that money finds investment opportunities. And if you think you've discovered an investment opportunity that nobody else has, 99% of the time you're fucking wrong. Unless you've done a fuck ton of research and you've got highly specialized skills. And if you are even wondering if you have these skills, you don't. You're not even close. If there is money to be made with a simple investment or a click of a button, then there is a whole organization, multiple corporations, tons of firms, tons of guys working on Wall Street, tons of people working who research shit all day, who've already got their money there, who are ready to make money off of you, putting your money in there thinking that you're going to be them doing it. So yeah, that's always like, when it comes to like investment, like very few people understand anything about finance, anything about crypto, anything about whatever. If you think you're about to dump your money to something to get rich, chances are you just get the next person's sucker, like most of the time.
Yeah, I want to say like 90% of my network that was going like really hard with crypto and NFTs and everything in that space. I had never seen them invest or do anything smart with their money prior to that. So it was like a recipe for disaster. I think that's part of the
everyone
crash.
wants to get, that's the microwave hustle society, get rich quick society.
Yeah.
But
do you know
that's not how life works.
Do you know Boogie 2988?
Is that like part of the
he's like an entertainer.
Gang crew you're rolling with?
No, he's like an entertainer, gamer, rager guy. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Who is it, sir?
Boogie 2988. Fuck! This was like the perfect symbol of like all the crypto shit. I remember he made a video some years ago. Basically,
quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Basically, he was so happy that he had cashed out so well in crypto. He made so much money that he bought a brand new Tesla, and he made a YouTube video bragging about it. And then I think it was like 6 months later, it was like, listen, guys, I need to fundraise. I lost my ass. I lost everything in my crypto investments.
It's like when you see somebody at a Miami bar and they're like covered in like brand name items and they look really flashy, and then you overhear their card get declined, and you're like, what's happening here? Like,
So, Destiny, you've done Steven. You've done very well for yourself over the years.
Okay.
Right? You were a janitor at one point in Nebraska. Was it a janitor?
Close enough, yeah.
Okay.
Carpet cleaner, yeah.
Carpet cleaner. Carpet muncher these days. You're doing it. You've done well for yourself. You've made money. You've made a name. You have a career. What have you learned about money? You stay humble. You just said you would jump a fence for $10, right? You've had opportunities out there. What have you learned about money that's all over the floor here that has kept you humble, but you're willing to also invest? You invest in your business. What are the things that you've learned to spend your time and money on? And what have you been like, hell no, I ain't messing with that? Like, give me the yin and the yang, the good and the bad.
There are just so many random tips that I just kind of like either intuited through the years or learned to do the opposite of what my parents do. Just a few things. Oftentimes, actually maybe every time, your income is less important than your budget. If you're somebody that's like desperately trying to figure out like how to pay rent, or if you don't have a budget, you haven't even started. It's like trying to lose weight without counting calories, or trying to do, I don't know, like online business without KPIs or something, right? Like you have to be monitoring your outflow of money. So make a budget, keep a budget, figure out, you know, am I actually spending $250 a month on Starbucks? Like that can happen. So budgeting is important. Debt. I truly believe that the only maybe two things you should go into debt on are a house, maybe a car. I have never floated a credit card balance my entire life. Like I was homeless for a month. I almost lost my house when I was doing carpet cleaning and everything was fucked, but I would never do payday loans or credit card debt because at that point you're already fucked and you're gonna get in a never-ending rat race. So be very careful with how you use debt. Utilizing debt to grow business is good. Wealthy people use debt a little bit different than poor people. Poor people use debt usually to buy some good or service early that they could have just waited for. Usually wealthy people will leverage debt to make more money than they could have with their own money. So be careful how you use debt. Don't ever float a credit card balance ever. There's no reason to ever have a credit card balance, ever.
What about investments? What kind of investments have you made that you've learned? By the way, just to back up, everything that you talked about with a budget, I say you have to have a game plan for your money, your income. You have the offense and defense. Your offense is how much money you're making. Defense is how many points you're giving up to basically your expenses.
Sure.
Getting out of debt. Debt is what I often say. This. Some people think that I'm right. Some people that I'm wrong. I don't care. This is what I believe in. The worst four-letter word in the world is not fuck, it's not shit, it's debt. Okay? You can curse me to a high heavens, but go drown in debt. Good luck with that.
That is oppressive.
Debt is dumb, as Dave
And it's
Ramsey
dumb because
says.
usually you get debt. Like, if you're out there, you get like $20,000, $30,000 in student loans. That's, I don't know if it's popular or unpopular. That's good debt. That's fine. You're leveraging some.
You're investing in your
you're investing in your future education. It's going to pay off.
We get it.
But like, you buy a TV, the good feelings from that TV are going to go away in about 2 weeks. Like, it's nice to have a TV and you can still watch it, but the upgrade or whatever, the good feelings will go away, but that debt is going to loom and hang, and you're going to get more debt, and the interest.
No doubt.
So, God, it's so horrible.
So there's depreciation, that's your assets going down. I get it. And then there's appreciated. We all want to be appreciated. It's the number one thing that we all want, other than food, water, shelter, is to feel appreciated. Hey, great job. Hey, Ryan, good to see you again, buddy. Great, welcome back. What have you done investment-wise that you're very proud of, that you would recommend for the everyday people out there?
Honestly, the simplest stuff is if you have a 401k, usually there's a match up to 3 to 6%. They'll match to a half or 1 to 1. Always take the 401k match. It is the freest money in the world.
Yep.
And then depending on your economic situation, your Roth or traditional IRA is the no-brainer. These are like your two no-brainer investments that every single person with no excuse before you invest in anything else, except for maybe paying off credit card debt, these are your two big investments that you're always making early on in your life. The IRAs are so advantaged. The government caps you at, what is it, like $5,900 or $6,000 a year right now?
Yeah, $6,000.
Yeah, 401k, you're never going to find another investment that's guaranteed to double up like you will with a 401k for an employee match. All the rest of my money is, I'd say probably anywhere from 50 to 90%, depending on how stupid I'm being, is wrapped up in like S&P 500 ETFs, like managed funds, basically. VT, like international funds, like very boring. Like I want to make 7 to 12%, every year. And then the 10 to 20 to 30%, depending on how crazy I'm being, might be like an individual stock or something fun to trigger conservative.
Let me say one thing, and we'll move on to the last topic. Destiny, you and I might not agree on certain politics. We might not agree on what we're letting our girls do when we're not around. I don't know. But we're on the money game, you and I, we're on the right page here, okay?
I've learned more from sitting on this couch than I ever have from any conversation,
Get
class.
the fuck out of debt, have a game plan for your money, save, invest, and take a fraction of what you're willing to lose and put that in wild, weird shit, whatever, like Bored Ape NFTs. So, but don't take 90, 100% and be like, Doge's going to the moon, baby, and then we're out.
Oh, and then on the one,
on this?
I was at the Bitcoin convention and I bought my first Bitcoin, so I'm very happy about this.
When did you buy it?
Well, honestly, a guy bought it for me. They had the ATM machines. You just put it in cash and it gives you the coin, like the credit for it.
Someone actually gave you a coin? That's not a
No,
Bitcoin,
no,
huh?
no,
Okay.
no.
And here's your Bitcoin. It's like, no, intern, that's not a Bitcoin. Okay, cool. What were you
One
gonna
other
say?
thing I'll just say on the stock thing, because I feel like I have to say this. Stocks go up and stocks go down. If you see the stock market start to fall and you kind of want to sell off a lot of your managed funds, you're a dumb fuck. Don't try to do it. You don't know better than the guys managing this shit. Leave the money there. Sometimes it goes down. It'll go back up. Leave it the fuck alone. If you try and time the market, you're always going to buy high. You're always going to sell low, and you're going to do it over and over again. You're not going to beat the market.
It's not about timing the market. It's about time in the market.
Yeah.
Yo.
Staggering your
Yo.
yeah.
We out here, y'all.
1,500.
There we go. I started at 3 something, now at 15. I love this guy. All right, last story, guys, then we'll move on. Everyone's taking bathroom breaks. Everyone looks great. Did you hear what Jonah Hill is dealing with these days?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes?
Yes.
Man, this guy, his acting is on point. His weight loss is on point. Low key, his game, his text game, his boundaries that he sets on point. Okay, you're familiar with what he's talking about these days? So, his ex-girlfriend, her name is Sarah Brady. She basically, I think they dated 2 years ago. This is not like breaking news about their relationship, but it's breaking news about what she commented about their relationship. She started leaking text messages, and she was very respectful to wait until him and his current girlfriend / baby mama, Olivia Miller, had a kid. And she said, I wanted to wait for Olivia to have a baby before I, quote unquote, put his shit out there.
What?
Okay?
Yeah.
So she's alleging that he's a misogynist, narcissist.
Yeah.
Okay? And there's emotional abuse going on, and he's a chauvinist, misogynist, all this stuff like that. She is apparently a surfer chick out there in LA. TMZ, I think, recently had some news on this, which we can bring up right now. Okay. So, literally just say hello and leave the convo. I love how your therapist thinks I suck. I literally am the best boyfriend on earth. Okay, good for you. #1 boyfriend. So that's what she is posting out there, okay? So the picture of the dog laughing and the #1 boyfriend, this is her leaking his messages from 2 years ago out of nowhere to be like, yo, I'm calling out my ex. Then he writes this, plain and simple. If you need, Nat, go ahead.
Yeah.
My eyesight isn't what it used to be.
If you need surfing with men, boundaryless, inappropriate friendships with men, to model, to post pictures of yourself in bathing suits, to post sexual pictures, friendships with women who are unstable places and far from wild recent past beyond getting lunch or coffee or something respectful, I am not the right partner for you. If these things bring you to a place of happiness, I support it and there will be no hard feelings. These are my boundaries for a romantic partnership, my boundaries with a base on ways these actions have hurt our trust.
Okay. So
Way to go, Jonah.
Keep that up there.
Way to go. Good for you.
So she wrote, if you can see below there, scroll down, see the misuse of the term boundaries.
Nowhere.
That's again, she's copying and pasting the text, and you know how it is on Instagram. You can write thing, whatever. Keep going, please. There's more text. Scroll back out, if you will.
No, I think that was it.
No, in the entire article. So go to the article if you don't mind.
It's the SOSCAST, baby.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, no, that's
Just go to the
Just a
article.
reminder.
The link for the article.
93.
93. Yes.
It's not letting me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you make that smaller? Angel, you're allowed to talk.
Oh,
If
yeah,
you
no.
go
How
to
you doing?
if you go to the Slack,
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there you go. There we go,
There
baby.
it
We're
is.
back.
Okay.
Now punch in on some of these other things that they're saying over here.
okay,
Okay.
to the left.
Yeah, to the left. Nat, read it fast, read it
Yeah.
loud, because we want the
So
panel
this
to weigh
is from
in.
Jonah. No.
Punch in a little bit.
Yeah, nor may I ever want from my partner, and I reserve the right, and I'm open about it. Let me know. We'll respect you either way. Can you scroll up? But these are my boundaries of this romantic relationship. Thanks. I'd love to know before the premiere, so I'm not put in a position of publicly flaunting our love if my boundaries are going to continue to be disrespected. That would be hurtful and triggering for me.
And she wrote,
understood.
Understood.
Yes.
Got it. And read the last one over here, and then we'll have a discussion.
It says, take some accountability and operate with respect. It's that simple, because I'm tired of your attitude towards surf culture, that contest, and that place, because I deserve respect, period. I have been more than patient, and then shit like this still here. Fuck the contest, fuck the place, fuck not respecting me. Always in every situation within surf culture, you don't get it, or you don't get it. You don't get me. It's hurtful and unacceptable to me. Get it? I don't know if you get it or care or give a shit about that shit more than me, even after Dr. Stern has said it loud and clear. And then it says, Dr. Stern is the couples therapist we've been seeing once a week for 4 months.
Okay, got it. So point is this, and then I want to hear what you guys have to say here. This is a relationship that took place 2 years ago. He's moved on to another relationship. They just had a baby. She waited, per her words, until the new girl had the baby to leak these messages out there. Naturally, TMZ picks this up. Jonah Hill is a massive actor. I mean, he's not like A-list, but he's like...
pretty famous.
He's A-minus list.
Yeah.
He ain't Leo, but he's the co-star with Leo.
He was Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street, hello, Superbad,
Two
21 Jump
Oscar
Street. He's a guy.
Yeah.
He's a guy. And he's basically saying, hey, look, this is where I'm at in the relationship. This is what I would like you to do or not do. Please respect it. If not, I wish you love, what have you. I'm sure you ladies can attest. You've been in relationships that guys are literally controlling and they're a little too clingy or jealous or misogynist. From a lady's perspective, and then we'll let the two gentlemen weigh in, do you see anything wrong or triggering from
Not
Jonah?
at all. He was great.
You think so?
Yeah, I'd love to date him. Just from his ideology, like he seems super spot on and proper, and you can even tell by like how much cursing she had to do. It seemed like she's coming from a really base and inappropriate place, like not from like a pure. So I don't think they're a good match. Maybe just different cultures. Once again, different.
So
styles.
if a guy says, "Hey, look, N10,
yeah,
I love you. You're my girl. All right, but you know, so you're a singer, right? This girl was a surfer. I would really appreciate if you don't take X, Y, and Z pictures or hang out with X, Y, and Z people. This is where I'm at. And if you're cool with it, we can do our thing. If not, I'll let you go with love." How would you process something like that?
If it's for my ultimate well-being and there's like validity and truth to it, that those people actually aren't for my ultimate benefit, then absolutely. I believe, you know, what's right is right and wrong is wrong. So if it's good, I support it. And if it's not, hope he could find another woman.
And are you currently in a relationship? You're looking for love?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that are going to be falling in love with you right now. Brittany? You ever been in a situation where the guy's like, I don't want you telling jokes. I don't want you saying shit out there. I don't like that you're doing OnlyFans. So, you know, I can't have this.
Then you don't like the things that are about me. From my stance, he knew what he was getting into with the girl that he was dating, how she looked and what she did for a living, and the circles that she operated in. I think for me, it's an attempt at communicating his boundaries in a healthy way. When I read the text messages and I see all of this, I don't like the tone, and it seems like as if it's trying to control her and her essence.
Gotcha.
That's I would have dumped if I were dating that guy and he told me to not show my body in the way that I wanted, post bikini pics. It felt very parenting, his tone to her. I personally would have probably broken up with him first and been like, this isn't gonna work.
Gotcha. Damn. How do you feel about the fact that 2 years later she just leaked the text messages?
I will jump in about that. I don't think there's ever a good time to leak private messages in a relationship that, at least from my stance, and I could end up being wrong, doesn't seem like there was severe abuse or anything happening in this relationship. It seems like it just ended poorly and it was two people that had different boundaries. I disagree with her on that. I don't think there's ever a good time to leak things like that, and I don't think you're a hero for waiting until his new girlfriend has I think there's some residual bitterness on her end, and I don't think she's trying to be a hero and put something out there and me too. Like, I think she's just being pissy. I think they're both being kind of pissy. I can see why it didn't work.
I appreciate your nuanced approach. Where you're like, on one hand, I agree with her.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I agree with him. Okay.
Yeah.
Got
So
it.
his text felt a little less like, these are the boundaries I need, and it felt a little like patronizing. But I also don't think she's a class act for leaking this
at
at
any
all.
point, is the fact that he's a Hollywood celebrity and she's just a surfer chick, is there anything there where it's like, he's kind of the big deal and she's like, after this story, nobody's going to care about her? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
Right.
I felt the same way about like Adam Levine and the girl he was DMing and while he was married. I just felt like as if her timing to all of a sudden come forward about this.
Yeah.
It feels like as if there's always an agenda with everything.
There's always an agenda.
With
Destiny,
everything.
what's your take here? I know you're a big Jonah Hill fan.
I am a big Jonah Hill fan.
I just knew it. I don't know.
Superbad's
Something
one of my favorite
about
movies
you.
of all time. Okay.
So what's that?
Superbad is a really good movie.
Classic movie.
Classic movie.
We're slowly agreeing more and more and more.
Yeah, I feel like I don't like judging relationship texts without more context, especially when only one side is leaking.
Yeah.
So like there are worlds where I would probably be like 95% of the girl's side. Like let's say Jonah Hill is literally picking out like a picture of her and like a surf suit next to a board with like a guy who like got second place in a contest. He's like, you need to take these down. I would say that's you're obviously you're dating a girl that's surfing. Like what do you expect?
Yeah.
But I could also see a world where she is posting pictures this is basically just glorified, ass shots, and it's not really celebrating surfing. Like most pro surfing, the girls aren't wearing, G-strings and thongs and bikinis and shit. Like generally they're wearing like full, not a full wetsuit, but they've got like outfits on. There's a world where I could totally see him saying like, this is like too much. But when you only get one side of the text and it looks like some might have been deleted, it's hard to take anybody's side. Irrespective of all of that, I don't know why the fuck she leaked anything. That just seems totally
it just seems petty.
And he has a right. He does have a right to say like, listen, even if I did find you like this, whatever, I don't like this anymore.
Wrap up.
He's with it. Yeah, he's on the right to say that.
Last word, and then we got to wrap up.
Oh shit, do we have hard outs here?
We got a hard out.
Sarah Brady is a cunt, and I've never said the C word in my life, but it's for you, Sarah Brady. Relationships are private, and when you take that public, you're a bitch. Also, now that you've shown us private shit, I've said worse shit to my girl. We all have. Fighting with girls via text, I've said some shit. If that got leaked, I'm way worse of a man than Jonah Hill. So first of all, fuck you for ever trying to display a fight with an ex. Fuck you, you bitch. Now, all he said was, this is what I'm cool with and not, no hard feelings. If not, I won't be with you. He could have said, I don't want you to leave the house without just showing your eyes, and if you even breathe, another guy's there. That's all I'm cool with.
See, for me, don't wear this, don't post this of your body that you have control over, don't hang out with those people, only hang out with those people if it's in this context. For me, I would run so far in the other direction.
Be as psycho as you want.
Controlling my lifestyle.
He gave her the out. Be as psycho as you want.
I'm just curious, he's the way bigger celebrity, right? I'm just curious if she ever made any requests over what he wears or who he hangs out with.
Yeah, but sometimes it comes from a protective place
hear
as
me out here for a second.
You're protecting your girl.
What's the goal of relationships? Hear me out. What's the goal of relationships?
I mean, it depends on the person, right?
Okay.
Some people want family.
So
Some people want
you have short term and you have long term. Yeah. Right? The short term, your goal might just be get some fucking ass and get some dick or whatever and just have a great time. But if it's option 2 and it's to get married, to have kids, to have a family, you're going to need to set some boundaries. I'm sorry. At some point, lovely Brittany, you're going to meet a guy and he's like, yo, I'm going to want to make you my wife. And in order for me to make you my wife, here's what I stand for. Here are my boundaries. And you can say, yo, go fuck yourself, buddy. Or you could say, you know what? I do love this guy. And I would like to be a wife. And I get that he's being a little much, but if he's going to be my husband, I'm going to have to actually make some concessions here.
Or crazy thought I meet a guy who meets me exactly where I'm at and he's 100% okay with the fact that I have an OnlyFans and do what I do on there, which isn't even everything, and that I tour for stand-up comedy, that I have to network with. I mean, there's also a world in which I meet somebody who's like, I'm 1,000% okay with what you do.
So here's where I agree with you and here's where I disagree with you. It might not be 1,000%. It might be 94%.
Sure.
It might be 94.5%.
Yeah.
He might be, I love that you're doing comedy. I'm cool with this. I'm cool with this. But Here's what I'm not cool with.
Totally, and I'm able to compromise.
And that's the fucking point.
You nailed it.
Yeah.
Is that if you're gonna be with somebody, you're gonna have to make some concessions.
I think-
Like, I've been with a girl and she's like, you know, you're a little too friendly. You know everybody, you talk to everybody, you're this and that. Like, everyone says hi to you and it's like, yeah, I'm raw.
I will say, hold on, you gotta be careful.
What I did do is I say, what we can do is we don't have to go out every weekend. Sometimes we'll just stay in and we can have alone time.
The question,
And I'm
though, is
willing
like,
to
is this-
compromise.
They can't compromise. They clearly don't work, which is what I think my main point was.
Yeah.
Objectively, they're not on the same page.
And the question is, too, is this a 95-5 come together, or is this like a 50-50? Because like if you're dating a girl that posts modeling pics and surfs and is on Instagram, and you're telling her to stop model and stop posting pictures of her surfing on Instagram, it's like how
That's
much of a
not
compromise
50-50.
really? Yeah,
Yes.
that might be like a really
Good
big.
point. Sounds
insecure.
maybe, but it's hard to know without the other context.
Last word, and then we got to wrap up. Super chat. Here's my last final thing. I've interviewed, Nat, how many women between Rolling Loud,
Thousands.
Ultra, model volleyball,
Thousands.
whatever. Here's what I have learned. It is perfectly acceptable for women to have a laundry list of checklists of their preferences. I want a guy who's 6 foot. I want him making 6 figures. I want him to be funny and cool and sweet and nice and have big sex and big dick and this and that. I don't want him to be nice but not too nice. I want him to be rough in the bedroom but not too rough. I want him to get along with his grandma, but I also want him to choke me out a little bit. I have all these different things. You know what I'm talking about here. All these different things.
He sounds perfect.
Like, there you go. All these different things that women have prerequisites for. And nobody's upset with that. Yeah. No, it's like, okay, cool. That's what she wants. If a guy goes, hey, look, just don't be a hoe. Like, only kind of hang with me. You might have to stop hanging out with your surfer dudes or guy friends, what have you. And, you know, be my girl and don't do crazy wild shit.
Yeah,
and be nice.
Cancel him.
Yeah. So it's like, what a fucking misogynist scumbag.
Yeah.
It's like, so at what point a guy can't have any standards or boundaries whatsoever? He's labeled a misogynist. Jonah freaking Hill is a misogynist.
I would like to reiterate,
It's like the sweetest guy ever. So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying is that nobody gets mad when a girl like Cardi B is like, broke boys don't deserve no pussy. They better act right. Whatever. It's like, all right, I guess.
Yeah, but Cardi B isn't
I
going to
guess
broke
guys
boys at
don't
McDonald's
deserve-
and picking them up, right?
What's
That's
that?
the whole- Cardi B doesn't go to McDonald's and make fun of broke boys. This guy found a surfer model on Instagram and said, I don't want you to be a surfer model. I mean, that's
what
probably
I'm
the
saying.
issue, right?
He's asking her to compromise
in order to
her
be his
essence.
wife. Anyway.
And maybe she'll go and find somebody who doesn't
My
have those
message to the
asks.
gentlemen out there is don't be ashamed that you have standards and boundaries.
But the
Don't
more
feel
important
bad.
message is don't go to a club looking for a princess.
Sometimes you gotta kiss some frogs in order to find a princess. No,
Frog will always be a frog.
Okay, gotcha.
I agree
don't
with
know.
that.
We'll leave
You
it
need,
right there.
you need
though,
another
guys.
ego amigo.
Can't turn him
line there.
around.
Think about it,
Okay. All right. You know, Destiny, I was so close to liking you, bro. So close.
Fuck you, Sarah Brady.
Fuck you, Sarah Brady. And fuck you, Destiny.
Fuck the Tates.
It's just, I'm just kidding. Anyway, I appreciate this. Guys, this has been a spirited conversation. This has been great.
Lovely.
Shout out to you. I think you were the MVP just with
No way.
your whole body count situation that
Wow.
made the show.
Wow. Hey,
do we have
shout out
super
to
chats?
Destiny, my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like you guys to keep in touch after
Yeah.
this.
Thank
you for being
By the
so
way,
short.
I'd like your women
Yeah,
to keep
no
in
problem.
touch. Both your girlfriends, you never know.
Yeah.
Okay?
Spoiler alert,
Oh, maybe
my
Melania could
body
be on one of
count's
your-
90.
Yeah, maybe one of your shows.
Spoiler alert! You took the under. Anyway, quick shout out. I would like to give a shout out. Just this is out of nowhere. Thank you to my production team here. We went a little bit longer, and respect the hell out of you guys. And the show was so good, and we ran a little bit late. Just know how much I respect the team.
Can I say
for
something?
staying a little bit
Most
late.
fun I've ever
Yes.
had on a podcast in my life.
Yeah,
Thank you.
amazing
This was the
time.
best.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
that.
Yeah,
we
you're-
out here.
How
Great
refreshing
host.
to see people disagree in a proactive, smart
You
way.
can disagree
And
without
agree.
being disagreeable. We've got some super chats because we love the audience and we respect the hell out of you guys. So let's read what you have in mind.
Okay.
And feel free to say whatever you want about Destiny. He can take it.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys for the super chats. We appreciate it. I'm going to go through them. First one we have is Ruzbay Rabar. He's been watching you for a while and enjoying your content, Adam and Natalia. I would say relationships don't last / work anymore because to me, dating is very dumb. Most move through life with fear and doubt. Then we have this one just by I. He said, people like Pearl are playing checkers. Adam's playing chess. He knows more people think he's something, and copping the more people will buy the OnlyFans to watch his humiliation.
So by Adam22.
Sorry, yeah. That's the main selling point, the humiliation corn.
It's called humiliation.
Humiliation.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Humiliation.
This is also coming from the girl
Perspicacity.
that said, I can't
learned
get...
that one. Perspicacity.
Oh, you did that. That's a great word. Shout out to that
Perspicacity.
Instagram page, Perspicacity.
Yeah. Yes.
This is also from a girl who said, I can't get any satisfaction. It's like, that's
Okay,
not
let
the
me
word.
finish the chats. Okay.
Yeah.
Crypto Keeper. Crypto Keeper, shout out to you. I see you all the time. A question for Adam. Did you see the trailer for Richard Hart's new movie while you were on the topic of investing? It's out on August 4th in Miami and the world.
No, but I would like to see it, and I'd like to have Richard Hart back on the show. That's another very interesting character. You ever interview that guy?
Nope.
Okay.
Wait, what's his name?
Richard Hart?
Richard Hart.
I don't think so, no.
Yeah.
He should have sex with Jason Love, Jordan Love.
And then,
I was butchering that guy's name today. Jason Love?
Jason Love?
Okay.
And then we have our last chat, MD's 1986. Now, what's your highest level of education? I graduated high school, and I did go to college for a semester, and now I'm at Valuetainment. Thank you.
And she's doing
Hooked on phonics.
Hooked on
I actually
phonics.
saw some good comments today of my readings, just so you guys know. I'm practicing. Thank you.
Anyway, shout out to the audience out there. Thank you guys for being here. And thank you guys for being here. What we do here at the end of the show, don't get too excited here. We have what is called the happy ending.
Yes.
Okay? So at the happy ending is an opportunity.
On camera?
On camera, happy ending.
Golden foot massage in Coral Gables.
Yeah, that's right. Shout out to you guys.
Executive Princess Hotel in Doral.
By the way, that's just so funny.
What is going on?
You could say anything
Google
if you do this. It's like, shout out to Golden Corral, bro. We out here. It's like, what? Okay. Opportunity to look in the camera. This is your cameras right here. Say whatever you would like to say. Plug whatever you want to plug. Drive traffic to you want to drive traffic to. Or just say something nice to the audience or about the show today. So, Intam, you've been a lovely breath of fresh air.
Yes.
I think you're sweet. I think you're very feminine. Would love to have you back. There's your camera right there. Let the people know where to find you. And feel free to sing at the same time.
You can find me on Instagram at Intam Live and Direct.
Oh,
And
love
spell
you.
it out, girl. Spell it out.
NTEM Live and Direct.
Book her for all your events and musical shows that are coming up soon. Ryan, what a dude, bro. I didn't know what to expect of you, bro.
You're a good guy.
This guy's interviewing porn stars left and right.
Yeah.
But this guy's he could commit murder. And
Smile.
Ryan's here. Pillow talk, y'all. Let the people know where to find you and everything that you'd like to say.
Yeah, we do Pillow Talk at Pillow Talk with Ryan. And let me say, this is a show. This is a fucking production. Good hosts, good guests. You get it.
Thank you, bro.
It's the SOSCAST, baby.
Thank you. And give one last look into the camera and tell that Sarah girl what you really think.
Oh my God.
It goes on my list of, okay, Osama bin Laden, Hitler, Pearl, Sarah Brady.
Wow, that's bad.
Some
that's
hate.
bad. I dislike all those people. I'm cool with Pearl though, so I know you're not.
If you see
Brittany,
Pearl, kick her.
kiss her, right in the. Brittany Brave, you're very brave for coming on. I think you're feisty.
Thank you.
I think you're adorable.
Thank you.
I think your body count, you got to get that up a little bit.
Those are rookie
And when
numbers.
you do and you hit 100, I want you to come back and I want you to let us know what it's all about here on the show here.
Okay,
Where can the people find you?
I'll be having a podcast where I have comedians do porn on it. Is what's going to happen. Also, Sarah Brady, get a restraining order against him. Okay, no, I'm kidding. Brittany Brave on Instagram, Brittany Brave Comedy, TikTok, Brit Brave on Twitter. And I wanted to say this earlier, how you met and how you brought her on the show, where you met at a party and you were like, oh, you're a singer.
Yes.
So just sing. That's great that you did that. If you meet a comedian in the wild, don't you ever fucking ask us to tell you a joke. Please.
Yes.
Please. Just a PSA. Makes the world a better place. Thank you. Passing it
Does
off.
that happen often?
All the time.
Yeah. Say a joke for me. Dance, little monkey. And you're like,
yeah.
oh, okay.
And I'm like, go fuck yourself.
Okay,
Yeah,
go
yeah.
fuck yourself. Well, welcome to Miami officially. It's been, what?
I've been here for
years?
a minute,
Okay.
full time, about a year
All
and a
right.
half full time. But I'm a Kendall girl. I grew up in Kendall.
She's Kendall. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I have
didn't
a
know that.
tattooed on a titty. I'm
All
trash.
right, and then last but not least, we got the most famous Nebraskan in the world.
The only one I know.
Yeah.
Yay.
This guy looked at me like I'm the scumbag crazy person because I was like, you're from Kansas. He's like, Kansas? Nebraska, bro. Oh, my bad. Okay. Anyway, Destiny, always a pleasure. Thank you for being an absolute professional and being here. Love him or hate him, you got to respect the guy in the arena. Teddy Roosevelt. What's on your plate? What's on your world? Where can the people find you?
You can find me at Kick, YouTube, and Instagram. My name is just Destiny, and I'm streaming, shouting at people, politics, philosophy, video games, all that good stuff.
You know, those philosopher video game politicians out there.
They all kind of roll together.
Yes.
Listen, I've been doing this for 13 years. How long have you been doing this for, okay? Fuck you.
Yeah.
That sounds like someone I would meet at Bitcoin Miami.
Only 6 years. In 7 years, if I don't have a following like you with blue hair, just I'm doing something wrong out here. But respect to you, bro. You know, we're big fans of you. Natalia?
Yes.
You're out here?
Yes, I'm out here.
You know, I think
Present.
Ryan recruited you a little bit.
For?
On camera
Oh, I don't
opportunities.
do on camera opportunities like that. No.
Vietnamese.
No.
All right.
Because he's like, because I need to check a box on one of the episodes.
Listen,
of
he
the
does body
podcast.
count. He does body count on this.
Yeah. Body count on point. Cultural appropriation, horrible. What are you? Guyanese and Puerto Rican?
Yes, I am.
What are? I've been wondering.
I'm American, but I have a Guyanese background and Puerto Rican background. Spanish.
Yes.
Nice.
My takeaway, I thought today was a great podcast. Thank you guys for all taking the time to come in. I think we had some, good back and forth. We covered some great topics. And stay tuned for Thursday's podcast.
Yeah.
We've got a lot to cover.
I'll do one more happy quick thing.
Yes.
Oh,
Was
happy,
it Angel?
quick.
That's Angel, yes.
Angel.
Is this the second day you say that?
No.
No, it's...
That's
Oh, was that
Blondes.
I was going to say, we can appreciate Nat behind the camera. We see the guy working,
Yeah.
Shout out to the production crew.
Yeah,
Shout out to the team.
Yeah,
is what you're
long
saying.
time. Yeah, everybody works.
Shout out to your
I
team.
think, Nat, are you just filling in because the one girl left? Or were you going to be on the
Sometimes
show?
Nat's here,
Sometimes, yeah.
she's there.
It just depends, but
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, cool.
You
That's
should
true.
start a
Hey, by the
Mumford
way-
and Sons
bro.
By
cover
the way,
band.
we have a conspiracy.
Just a
that whole
thought.
thing was fugazi.
What thing?
The stepson thing? Yeah. The girl that was supposed to come on and her little exit strategy? Conspiracy.
Yeah, we'll talk about that after the show.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. It was very weird, but
Yeah.
all good. I appreciate who was on the show. That was beautiful.
Right.
And more than anything, I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you for watching a very fun,
Yes.
spirited debate here on the SOSCAST. We're doing this every Tuesday and Thursday from 4 p.m. onward. I wish we can go longer, but we got bills to pay and we got out of here. Thank you guys for being here for sure. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And we'll see you guys back Thursday. Until then, save that money.
money.
We out of here.
Nice.
It's the SOSCAST, baby.